Okay, we are back with some Luigi's Mansion.
Too dark.
The spooky.
I'll post it in your server
Right,
again.
doing some late night Luigi's Mansion.
I think it's your stream is frozen.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't
you go into Windows. You can't click on the window of
don't
the
focus
game.
on the dolphin window.
Okay. You mean the
There we
actual GameCube?
You totally
Yeah, sure. That's what I
legit
mean.
GameCube. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a real GameCube, definitely. Anyways,
We certainly weren't emulating anything earlier.
nope.
So, if it wasn't made clear, the next goal is to sing a DKC cartoon song when the donation total hits 350. You
It's-
guys can make that happen.
Oh, good.
Alright, gonna just do a simple, normal playthrough of the game. I am gonna go for the A rank mansion, but I'm not gonna go for all the gold frames for the Portuguese. I'll certainly try to gold frame them, but if I don't get a gold frame, I'm not like reloading or anything, because they can be a real pain, especially Sir Weston. And honestly, it would just be tedious to have to keep reloading certain ones.
Nobody got time for that. Unless you do. Which point
So
no
you
judging.
guys have access to the Twitter and to change the donation or read the donations, right?
Um, I don't think I know quite how to look at all the donations,
Friday
but
you won't,
but
right?
yeah, if Friday knows, then we should be good when he gets back.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure the donations do show up in the stream too.
Well, I see the
Well,
ones
yeah,
that
but
appear there. I just like when I go on the site,
there's a list to read them.
it does show them by order of highest to lowest, but I didn't see how to see just all of them. But whatever, Friday can do that, then yeah, he can when he gets back.
That website is the same one where you change goals if you really need to. I don't imagine that's going to be super necessary at this time. Obviously, you guys are all going to need to communicate with each other, and when IKG takes over, Friday will need to communicate with IKG because I won't be there for any of those interactions.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, how long are you being up for, Haran?
I've been up since 7
Well, no,
something.
I mean, how long are you being up for?
He's about to leave.
I'm about to leave in a moment.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd talk to Friday, but I don't want to spend too long in here.
Hold on, forgot to swap my batteries on my headphones. Gonna do that during this cutscene.
Given I am here, I love Luigi's Mansion. This game's great.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, this game is
yeah.
pretty green.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
beaten it,
speak-
but
Yeah.
It's
No,
a pretty
this-
short game. Not that
I
hard
got
to
up to
compete.
King Boo, but I wasn't able to beat him because I'm an idiot.
I'm sure you could beat him if you try.
Yeah, you've beaten harder bosses than that.
Maybe on your absolutely legitimate Nintendo game Wii, you could do Mario Kart Wii if you need a filler.
The only
Maybe.
issue is Parsec doesn't work with me.
Yeah.
You go for those time trials, Red.
I mean, I could just play by myself, but
Yeah.
I mean, it is the late night. I don't know. Up to you.
I mean, we'll see when we get there. Maybe I'll just play a little bit of Duck Game.
Yeah,
Could
maybe.
do that. You probably noticed there is a filler scene on the Streamlabs. Use that.
Right. Gotta do some training.
And once again, make sure everyone knows this information. Ugh. I can't believe I got ripped off. Getting myself a new mansion. And it's haunted.
It
Why
seems
can't
so
I just...
trustworthy.
Why is it that when Wario stumbles into a mansion, it turns out to be Mario's and he gets to keep it? But when I do, it's haunted. Wario's so lucky.
I mean, it wasn't Mario's mansion, really. So I mean, there's your problem.
So many toasters.
But the letter said it was mine. This
Exactly.
is
Well,
haunted.
as in not Mario's. Whereas Wario walked into Mario's castle.
This
You
is
had to walk.
oh,
Yeah. You had to walk into Mario's mansion.
Why does he have a mansion? Why does he have a castle anyway?
Well, he doesn't. Wario does.
Why did he?
Probably got it from the princess. I mean, really.
You're better than the crap shack that Egad has.
What is this Toad doing in my mansion?
also, I won't be here for it, but in 50 minutes, we will have been streaming for 12 hours.
Nice.
That is a sixth of the marathon.
Only a sixth of the way there.
So got
Later.
lots to go. See you later. Good night, Hurry.
Oh no, I meant that was later.
Oh.
I don't know if I can leave right now because Friday's still not here. Or actually, Friday's gonna take a little bit. I don't know.
What Fry said he was doing?
He's going for a shower.
Oh,
Hygiene.
okay.
Pretty important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly when he'll be back, but
well, I mean, it'll probably be fine. So, like, pretty. It's late night. We only have like 11 people watching at the moment, so I don't expect this to be very busy.
yeah. Prove me wrong, get stressed, and make things hell for us, but good for the charity.
I can't make any promises that when you wake up, the stream won't be on fire.
It's still running, but there's like a fire GIF just covering the screen.
It's a GIF of Elmo with the fire behind him.
All right, well, it'll probably be fine, I guess.
Yep.
Just make sure Friday understands everything that's going on, because there will be a time when it's just him hosting with a few co-commentators.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Friday's here now.
Yep.
There he is.
Convenient timing.
Oh, I know.
Friday. I was actually about to leave.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have access to the donation page and the Twitter.
Yes.
So the same site that you use the donation that you look at the donations is the one where you change the goal. It's on the campaign page.
Okay, so that's just you change the value of the goal.
Yeah.
All right.
Save the change. I don't know if you'll end up needing to. And you have access to the Twitter, and you should have access to everything you need.
Yeah, I have the Twitch information. The one thing for the Twitch is that if I ever need to log in, I don't have access to the email.
I know, but if I gave you access to the email, then it would need like a phone or something, and then it goes into
Yeah.
a chain of like I need to be there.
Yeah, so I guess
As long as you still have access to these sites, I will be up around the time IKG is still streaming.
yeah,
And
I might
think you'll still be
actually
up then.
log into the New Day Charity Twitch account.
Right.
Instead of just sticking on my end right now.
Okay. I probably will have to approve that, but
yeah.
yeah,
Just because I
Well-
think that would
make things simplest. No, I understand.
exactly.
Did you just attempt?
No, not yet. I gotta go to the socials thing. Wait, yeah. I just attempted.
Okay, I will send you the code.
Thank you. Right. And then if anything needs to check that I'm logged into Twitch on this account, it will just do that.
So hopefully this should all be enough, but there shouldn't be too much complex going on in the graveyard shift, I would think.
Yep.
So I'll try to get whatever sleep I can.
Okay.
I'll see you guys. Have a good stream with your spooky game and then mech game.
Is Mech so spooky?
I mean, if
Spooky
one walked up
mechs.
to you on the street, it would be pretty terrifying.
True,
Indeed.
true.
But I don't know if in a spooky way though.
Right, and I
Although
also will
I will be
update us to
impressed if you
the
can get Red to
Luigi's
sing
version.
that. I'll be impressed if you get Red to sing that DK cartoon music.
Yeah, which song are we going to have him read, anyways? Or not read, sing.
There are a few
Sing
that I
for him.
can do.
You guys,
Oh, I'm
figure
gonna go
that out.
find. I'll go find the lyrics
I'll
if I
be
can.
seeing you later.
Good night,
Thank
man.
you.
Goodbye.
I think I'll stick to the ones I already know.
And
Is the
those
Kung Fu
are.
Master one of them?
Yes.
No, then I already want it to win. Oh, and actually, also, Colin, how long are you staying with us?
As long as I can. I might make it to the end. We'll see.
Yeah. What time were you supposed to get up? Phil?
I need to be up super early because I'm doing the afternoon Smash thing, and then Journey's in the afternoon as well.
Okay.
Lucky devil. I get to be up for 20 hours.
I mean, you will still have time to sleep.
Not the point, damn it.
Oh yeah, no, Journey starts before the afternoon Smash thing, but still. Oh, it should be me versus you, Red. Spoilers, I know, but
So, Red Guy, did you get this game when it came out?
uh, not like exactly when it came out, but like I think my birthday after the GameCube came out. I think the same. Like I forget what month the GameCube came out in, but I'm pretty sure it was the same year on my birthday I got the GameCube with Luigi's Mansion and Melee.
Nice, nice.
I've told this story in my own videos, but the very first time I played this game, I got so scared of the first dark room that I just immediately stopped playing the game and started playing Melee.
Nice.
Like, this game, it's not like actually scary. It wouldn't, don't think it would really qualify as horror, but like, as a kid, like it's still effective.
Yep.
Do you have any experience with this game, Friday?
I've briefly tried the first Luigi's Mansion on an emulator, but the game I have more experience with is the sequel, which I actually bought around release window for my 3DS. I was on a trip to Las Vegas with my family on spring break. So we had to go find a game seller out there, and I had a horrible allergic reaction and had to go to a clinic and get steroids. So yeah, that's my experience with Luigi's Mansion.
You've only played Dark Moon. You haven't even played.
As I said, I've played a little bit of the original, but the control scheme was just very unintuitive for me, especially after playing Dark Moon. So I haven't played much more than the first maybe half hour of Luigi's Mansion.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this game. It's my favorite of the three. But
Actually, I guess I would say I did watch Chugga Conroy's Let's Play of it back when I was binging all of his content on a period where I think I had pneumonia, so I was home from school. And I watched all of his Luigi's Mansion playthrough on that, but that's probably the most experience I've had with the game.
Wow, I actually didn't get the gold on Lydia. That's embarrassing.
I mean, everyone's got to have a slip up on a stream, right?
Yeah, of course. Start streaming, then start sucking.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Luigi's Mansion. That's kind of the
point.
So what are the difficulty settings you have this set to for this run?
Oh, this is just a normal run. Nothing fancy.
Right.
Wow, Luigi's a dick. He's stealing people's.
It's his mansion, though, right? It says on the thing.
Yeah, I want this mansion. This is all mine.
Yeah, it's not stealing. If anything, he's gonna suffer because he's put all the stuff, all his belongings, inside of a vacuum. It's gonna get all dusty in there.
But yeah, first game is definitely my favorite of the three. Not that the other two are bad. Like, I'm not like Dark Moon has some stuff that I don't quite care for, but I'll never say it's a bad game. It is fairly good. And 3, I think, is just like really good with like only one or two things holding it back a little bit, but like otherwise, I have little to no complaints about that, other than just preferring the first game.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that.
Aren't some of the other ones like they have like multiple mansions or whatever, so it's like they're just small puzzles or whatever? Whereas
that's Dark Moon.
I think that's Dark Moon. Yeah,
that's Dark Moon. Yeah, but
I honestly think that Dark Moon structure worked very well. Obviously, it being a 3DS game means that they're probably going to have to try and retool it a little bit.
Well,
I did like the fact that they got a lot of different locales. Was really fun.
Well, I actually feel like this game is better suited to that than Dark Moon was, because Dark Moon could have some rather lengthy missions. Well, this game, you very frequently save, because once boos start appearing, every time you catch a boo, you're given an opportunity to save your game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Plus, I like that this is just all one big puzzle to sort of get through, as opposed to several shorter ones, right?
Yeah, I will say there are some really, really cool full level puzzles in Dark Moon where you're working towards kind of getting the mansion in order so you can get to the top. I think the Western themed one is probably the best example of that. And I really, really liked that one. So
yeah, like, and this one's the entire game is basically trying to work your way to the top.
Yeah.
So it's effectively that.
Also, I think the last one is also really good.
Yeah, the last mansion.
Yeah, the last mansion. Honestly, I think the first mansion, despite being probably the most similar in terms of aesthetics and attempts to be like the first game, is probably the weakest.
I think that generally the mansions get better as the game goes on, with the exception of the second one, the towers, where I think that one's the weakest.
I can see that. It's definitely the easiest. I think the puzzles in the start of it are the wrong pace for that point in the game. I think it's like a weird escalation from the first set, but it's not like way too difficult. It's just jarring, if that makes sense.
Sudden, yeah, I think.
It doesn't feel natural. It feels very weird to be going from that to that, and also it's not like a notable change in a lot of ways. The thematic is pretty similar from the first mansion to the second mansion.
Yeah.
Whereas the thematic between, let's say, the second mansion and the third mansion, or the third mansion and the fourth mansion, is a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Now, how does this really compare to the third game then?
The third game is pretty similar to Dark Moon. Like, it's similar to Dark Moon in a lot of ways, mostly like thematics and tone. And it plays more like it gameplay wise, but it does take some cues from the first game. It ditches the mission structure, but instead has different floors that you go to because you're in a hotel and it's a
I was about to say, whenever I saw Luigi's Mansion 3 for the first time, I just kept thinking of Tower of Terror.
Yeah,
That was the
so,
multiplayer mode, right?
Is it structured around a single mansion though, or is it multiple again?
It's a single hotel that you're going in, but each floor has vastly different like themes. So it's sort of
Okay.
like a mix of the first two games where it is one
Yeah.
big location, but each area of the location is wildly different.
Yeah, so it's the second game, but they instead of having multiple mansions, they just smashed them into one hotel with different themes.
Yeah, and I think it does
Okay, so
work
yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
It also brought back portrait ghosts, which thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A game
I'm-
without that would be pretty sad. I will
I
admit.
don't know how I feel about the booze in the first game just because I haven't played it, but the booze in the second game I'm very mixed on.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of okay. But in the first game they're a little controversial. I like them, but I can see how they could frustrate new players.
Yeah, I definitely think they're good for replay value in the second game, but I don't think they're tied to main progression in any way in the second game, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't think you. I think there might be like one or two that you need to get in the whole game.
Yeah, but I think those are tutorial based. Like,
Yeah.
Well, there's the boss fight one.
oh yeah,
Although I like how in the first one it's sort of having to catch the boost forces you to go around throughout the mansion again, so it reuses its area as well. Like it doesn't really feel like backtracking the way some things do because they do structure events around the mansion enough that you know you don't feel bad that you have to go to these places because it's all sort of close together. It's not hard once you get all the doors open, right? So
Yeah.
and the booze, you just go around, you do a little your scavenger hunt thing, and then yeah, it's like. But then I kind of actually like how the booze just sort of jump through walls and things like that in the first one. I don't know how they. I haven't played the second one yet, right? So
I remember
I
how they work in the second one, but they're very different. As I said, it's more of like a mission by mission kind of hidden object,
Yeah,
hide and seek game.
there's one boo per mission that you can find.
Yeah. As I said, I think it's really good for replayability, and I quite enjoyed it as like a kind of completionist type thing. It also because of the mission structure, you end up using the full mansion in the base game anyway. You don't need that kind of incentive to go back a lot. Because I guess it's a lot more. It's necessarily more efficient with its space, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Just kind of because of the mission structure, and so you don't really need or want booze to work like they did in the first game because the thing they offered in the first game doesn't need to exist in the second game because that already is taken care of.
Yeah, like I do prefer the way the boos work in this game, but they wouldn't really fit Dark Moon.
Yeah.
no, not really. Like imagine having to go back and forth between different mansions to go all get that because it's all separated apart, right?
Well, I imagine they probably would have just made them per mention, right? So like there's a certain amount in one mention, but
Yeah.
as Red said, a lot of the actually it might have been as you said. No, I think it was as you said. The boos encourage you to kind of revisit and explore and become more acquainted with parts of the mansion that you might not necessarily ever spend a ton of time in.
Yeah.
Whereas, as I said, the second game, there's no need to do that because the mission structure already does that. So it would be redundant.
Yeah. Because like it sort of forces you to think about like which things are interactable. Because maybe on your when you're first playing through the game, you sort of don't necessarily realize everything in the room can be interacted with the way that it does. To find gold and whatever else.
I think
then
the
the boos are
boos
there,
work
it
the
sorta,
same
like,
way in terms
tells
of
you-
spawning, though, by interacting with stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? It'll basically you zero in on where they are, right? Until it's like I can interact with this thing. Maybe I should try some other things too, right?
Well, in this game, it's you have the radar that beeps when you're close to one. In
Yeah.
Dark Moon, they're just hidden in an invisible piece of furniture, so you need to use your dark light around.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that was it. Actually, I quite like the dark light mechanic.
uh, I thought it was mostly fine. My only thing I didn't like is that for some reason it overheated. I don't really know what what the point of that was.
Yeah, wasn't there upgrades to make it overheat less?
Yeah. Um, I think
I definitely
3 did away
the
with that.
original charge is way, way, way too little.
Yeah.
And the upgraded one's better, but it's still, as you said, it kind of doesn't make sense for it to have an upgrade.
Yeah. 3 gets rid of the whole charge thing, so you just have the dark light.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean,
I will say,
if you like Dark Moon, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like 3 as well.
Dark Moon's combat, I really love.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It took me a while to get used to, but genuinely, I think it is far, far more interesting than the original Luigi's Mansion from the bit that I played.
I don't know. I kind of
I'm
like that
actually
it's
the
like
opposite.
yeah, like I like the aesthetic of the mansion. I like how it sort of like has the features like how old houses used to have like redundancies and stuff like that all around them and hallways that seem to go places oddly because they've sort of modified the house over the years or added stuff onto it, right? And so you get odd little quirks, and then plus like there's all these things that are like ghost story stuff, like these floors that are moving around. Like in this room, it's like that would never actually exist in a place, but you might have a checkered dance floor that's stationary, and then when it's haunted, things start getting distorted and moved around. I just sort of like the whole experience as you sort of work your way through the mansion and explore around it.
Yeah, I think 2 definitely has moments of that, but they definitely explore a lot of different locales. Like, I think the mine is probably I'd say the mine might be the most interesting level, but the final level is definitely good still.
Yeah,
But
I do think the final one is the best one overall, but the mine is also rather good.
yeah, I was just saying though that I think the game really hits its stride when you get to the ice level. Like
Yeah.
that's when things start kind of heating up. In
Yeah.
terms of the
Yeah, so
game
for the-
knowing what's up with things and those things starting to click together.
Mm. Yeah, so like with the other games, it might be actually better for people with like shorter attention spans for themes and stuff, right? Like whereas this is like you're in the theme and you're going to be in that theme the whole game. But as Red said at the start, it's not really a long game once you know what you're doing. But I remember when I was a kid playing this game that it took me quite a while to figure out where things were and stuff, right? Because like I don't know, maybe I was just dumb as a kid. I don't know, but it certainly felt about as long as any other game. Now, it helps that I just generally like this thematic, right? Like these sort of old architecture and old houses and the way they're filled with old junk and heirlooms that have accumulated over the years. And there's like these hidden passageways, like what we have here. The whole moving wall makes the room bigger, reveals things that are hidden.
Yeah, I don't know. That definitely a lot of that exists in 2, but as I said, they toy with it a little bit more. It's okay. Well, we have the basic haunted mansion, but maybe let's do a hotel. We have the basic haunted mansion, but what if it was in the cold? What if it was a ski chateau or a chalet or whatever? Oh, what if we had like a train station, which is definitely deviating away from it far, far more, which is why I think the 4th level stood out the most because they play up that like train station clock tower a lot. And then the final one does kind of go back to Spooky Mansion, but it gets very gothic. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know a better way of describing it than that. It gets very gothic.
Mhm.
Right. I was cooking some chicken strips, so I'm gonna go grab those.
Like,
All right.
okay, so now I'm gonna go start hunting booze.
Yeah. Can be hidden around the place. You see, like when I was a kid, it took us a lot longer to get. Like here, this took you not that like, was it 20 minutes if even? It's more like it feel almost like more like it's almost like 12 minutes. Like you're just racing. But
I mean, Area 1 is pretty short.
Yeah, but I remember as a kid just
Wow.
figuring out
Okay.
where you were supposed to go and how to beat the ghosts and things like that, like figuring out the order for things.
That guy
It
just
it
bolted out of
took a lot longer to get through the first area.
him. Yeah, I've played this game a lot.
Yeah, no, you got it down almost to a science at this point.
Like, this is like the only game that I actually, dedicate time to play annually. I play it every Halloween. I mean, there are other games that I replay a lot, but there isn't like a specific time in which I dedicate to play them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just end up there being like a game that I just really, really want to play, and then I'll end up playing it for way longer than I probably should.
If you're having fun, then why not?
I don't know.
Yep. Like I've there are lots of games I've replayed too. And it's usually the games that they're just you have fun memories of, and the themes are always something you like. It's just no, it's never something to feel bad about. Like no, there isn't really any challenge to it, but it's like it's just fun. Yeah. Welcome back, Real Colors. We are on Luigi's Mansion now.
Hello. So yeah, after unleashing the booze, the vast majority of rooms once you clear out will have a boo in them, including all the ones I've already cleared as I got some of them. I didn't go to the second floor to get those boos because I'll come back for them later.
Oh, I'm not going to argue anything you say here. You are
Now, like
very
normally I would get them now, but while I could certainly beat the game within the time I need to.
Oh, are we getting raided?
Oh, raid.
That's what it's saying here.
Ooh. I don't know.
I don't know. It looks a bit spammy to me.
Well, I mean,
Raids
are kind of
do.
like that.
Raids do look like that.
All right.
Well,
I don't know who it is that's
Holy
raiding.
crap! 81 viewers!
Nice.
Wait, what? What?
81 viewers!
Oh, jeez.
Where does it say?
It
who rated?
says 8 on Streamlabs.
Sailor
That's probably not updated.
Sugar Plum, rating with a party of 76.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you. Do the thing.
I was not expecting such attention right
Wait.
now.
All of a sudden. Wow. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, Ray's gonna
Welcome,
get a kick out of this.
He's not gonna believe it.
Okay. Well, we should probably explain what we're doing then.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Not you. Them. Yeah. This is. I think I messed up the copy paste. That's all right.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming. Thanks for the raid. Oh, now the thing is updated for me. So I guess we should explain what we're doing here. We are Dawn of a New Day. This is a charity marathon where we're raising money for direct relief. Let me go and make sure I got
They
everything
are
right.
a
They're a global organization dedicated to supporting people in times of crisis, no matter where they are. They're currently investing in the Ukrainian crisis. So,
yeah, if you're interested in supporting that or helping out there, then please donate. I'm
or just stay and watch. We're happy for you.
or
to
just
be
stay and watch.
here.
Yeah, it's all good.
No pressure. You just being here is pretty nice.
Yeah, and if we hit our goal of $350, and I really don't have to do, I might say, is it just you who's gonna do it, or is it all? It's probably gonna be all.
It's just gonna be me because you guys
Just
don't
you?
know them.
Okay.
Well, I
Okay,
know
yeah.
one of
Yeah,
them.
he'll be singing a song
Oh,
from
boy.
the Donkey Kong Country cartoon show. So if you want to make him do that, then we just need to reach that goal. I think we're at $306 out of 350. So I can't math this hour of the day.
Babbitt Things is saying that there's no sound.
Wait, there's no sound?
Is there no sound?
Wait.
No, there's sound.
Uh,
You may just have it muted, man.
Wait. No, is
Or do you mean for the
oh,
game?
The game.
Oh, for the
doesn't-
game.
Oh, that could be a problem.
Yeah. Give him a.
I,
me a
Un
sec.
momento, por
okay,
favor.
I'm
So-
gonna kind of close that for a minute. I think I need to adjust something. Probably should have just checked this earlier. Sorry about this, guys.
Well, thank you for letting us know.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Shoot, I think I might need to reset the game to fix this.
Alrighty.
So let me just quickly do that.
Mm,
Uh, sorry, we're pretty new to this, so
New at this.
yeah. So
Yeah.
apologies for the unprofessionalism. So Friday,
Hey,
we've
Friday, you're-
apparently been raided.
Yeah, I noticed. It's really exciting.
We got like 81 people.
Yeah, I know. Thank you very much, Sailor Sugar Plum, for the raid. And thanks for everyone stopping by. I presume you guys have done a little
Oh,
spiel about who we are and what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, got that, and we've thanked them. Everything. It's all good.
For some reason, the audio.
Well, other than
wasn't
the game
working.
audio.
Let me start this up again.
Real colors
Oh, yeah.
you wore.
Wait, now I can't hear the game. Ah. Wait, I don't think I can hear any of you. Oh no. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. What's going on? Oh no, why is it not working? Okay, I can hear you again. I just... Okay, I don't know if this... Can you hear the game? Can you guys... Oh, why can't I hear you now? What is happening? I don't understand what's going on.
Three
Alright,
monkeys
Discord
to
for a
work
second.
on this,
Second to
fixing
catch
the
up.
audio.
Okay,
Perfect.
this
Do
is
not
weird.
worry.
This is weird. 'cause
Unfortunately,
when I'm
It's taken a very
changing-
long time to get away from the typewriters.
for some reason when I'm changing the device on here, it like I stop hearing you. Let me change it again. Can you say anything? Why?
Hello.
Oh, okay. What is? Okay, I don't know what's happening. It's weird. No, the game still won't have audio in it. No, the weird thing is I can't even hear the game. Whatever. Man. I guess we're playing Silent Luigi's Mansion. Right, well. Yeah, I can't believe. Man, can't believe got raided and messed it up already. Oh, why is this? Why? Can things just work?
Muted the stream.
I've got the audio going on right now just so I can double check it.
I think it's working now.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Like, I see it moving when you
Yeah,
talk. So.
hear us. Okay, we're all good. We're all good.
Okay.
And we're back. I think.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay. Quick before the money despawns.
Right. Well, for the people who didn't bail because of all that, welcome.
And thank you very much.
I
Thanks for sticking
appreciate.
around.
I appreciate you sticking around through the technical issues.
And through us being goofy goobers.
We are so goofy.
Well, although I think we're gonna let Ben be the goober.
Wait a minute.
Actually, okay, question for everyone here, both hosts and people in chat. Which do you guys prefer the phrase? Goofy goober or silly goose?
I
Honestly,
think I like silly goose, but I think it's just because I've heard that used before more.
well, see, that's what I was gonna say. Goofy goober sounds funnier.
It
Just
does use
because
funnier
it's
words.
yes, because it's such an odd word.
Also, it's alliteration, right?
Yes. Yes, that it definitely is. If only Chugga Conroy was here for this room.
Not that he could hear it.
We'll see. He'd be here to make up the sound effects.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Not a charity stream without hiccups, that's for sure.
I forgot that Luigi's Mansion had a weird elemental system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like,
so out of place when you look at the rest of the series, and the more you think about it, the more it kind of seems like a random one-off thing that they were like, let's just do this.
they don't use it a whole lot in the first game. No,
That's what I mean. It's like,
it's
it's
like
not incoherent with what the first game is doing, but it's not the logical thing you do with this game, you know?
yeah, it kind of feels like an idea where they had hoped to do a little more with it, but didn't. Right?
GameCube's got to come out eventually.
Yeah. And you just make
Perfect is the
Mario.
enemy of done and all that.
it's like if it
Mario.
was me trying to catch that ghost, that ghost would have been through the wall.
And straight to the moon.
Yeah, it'd be in here, and then it would be jump back to the next room. But it's just like, yeah, it's annoying.
It would be pretty funny if there was a boo message that popped up randomly in the game that just said, I'm living in your walls.
Oh no.
Well, it is
like,
Luigi's house, right? He won it, fair and square.
You know, it's a
he
really,
doesn't even remember entering the contest, but he won it.
Hey,
know,
that's what I call a good bargain, okay?
it's a really good thing that there aren't any like ghost bugs or anything in the walls.
I mean, the ghost bats ate them all.
Mm,
Oh,
I mean, the ghost bats can go through walls. There's nowhere for the bugs to hide. That's why there's so many ghost bats.
that makes complete sense.
Exactly.
we're giving this game more lore.
We should release something that looks like an official, not law book or art book, but you know what I mean, right? Like one of those books that comes out after a game that kind of talks about its development and all that other stuff. We should make one like that for Luigi's Mansion, but everything it's completely made up.
Yep.
Like not
Yeah,
a
no, that
single
that
shred
would
of
be fun to
truth in
mess
the
around with.
entire thing.
Even
Yeah.
misspell the name of the game.
Yeah,
My sources that I've
Luigi's
made it up.
Mansion. And it's spelled Mansion, Mashin.
Oh, look, they captured Mario, and then they did his laundry.
Those fiends!
Can't believe it.
I know, how
I'm just
dare
saying,
they?
Mario kind of deserved getting captured given what he does in Odyssey, okay? You can't
Mm.
just steal people's bodies like that and think that you can get
Can?
away with it.
They're saying that in the Mario timeline, Odyssey comes before Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, well, no. Yes, it does. Sorry, yes. Yes, no, wait, yes, no, what?
Maybe.
No, Friday is breaking down.
Guys, we gotta do a full system restart on Friday.
That
Yeah. You've angered a butler.
I would
well,
never want to anger a butler.
I know, right? Like,
they prepare
yeah.
your food. Wait, no, they don't.
No, they deliver your food, which gives them plenty of opportunity.
That's actually scarier. Hmm.
Blue gems, the best.
They are worth less than the red ones.
Why is that?
But there's more of them, so you get more.
There is
more
the
value
exact
over.
same amount of them as there are red ones. Same with green ones.
How do you know that?
Because I've played this game many times.
That sounds suspicious. I don't believe you.
See, because you're in the perfect position to make stuff up and say that it's there because you've played it so much.
Exactly. You know I
Yes.
haven't played this game. Is that the reason you were asking me if I played the game before? I am onto you, Red.
There are 10 red, blue, and green gems.
That sounds like a really small amount. Mind you, I guess the game's pretty short, so...
Yeah. The red ones are worth the most. Green is worth less than red, but more than blue.
Is that where you got your entire brand from? It's just the fact that they were worth more in this one game you played as a kid and went, that makes sense.
Mysteries of Red revealed.
Hmm. It is kind of weird that the green ones aren't the most valuable, considering Luigi.
Yeah.
No, you would have actually thought, yeah.
Mind you, aren't they're meant to be probably emeralds, rubies, and sapphires, right?
Yeah,
How are those generally valued in real life?
I have no idea.
I'm not certain. I'm quite certain that the red ones are worth more because Mario's red, and it's just him tweaking the
He's
economy.
jacking up the prices.
Yeah, no, he's tweaked the economy because he's friends with the princess.
It's a conspiracy.
And made the green ones worth the least.
Wait, no wonder the Mushrooms Kingdom's economy is in free fall. The entire thing is just a
Yeah.
sham.
It's Mario's ego, represented in economic form.
Are you calling Mario a narcissist?
I mean,
Yes.
I mean, he does love the smell of his own farts.
I thought that was Wario.
Oh, right.
I mean, that's not saying Mario isn't narcissistic. It's just,
It's just to
he's
say that
more,
Wario likes to smell his own farts more. It's really just a testament to how much Wario enjoys smelling farts.
right. I'm not sure. Is there any lore anywhere that actually says that?
Yes.
Really?
Source, I made it up.
I
It's our
see.
new unofficial.
New unofficial lore.
Luigi-
So do we need Luigi's Mansion lore, or just do Mario lore in general?
I'll say it's
Mario
in that
Universe
official
lore.
book that we're definitely totally going to actually write.
Yeah, definitely, totally gonna make that real. Yeah. All right.
Like this hidden treasure room that you can only access by going through a mouse hole.
Yeah. But I kind of like that about this too. Like what we were saying before, just about like how the place is sort of built around this. Sort of like it's a crazy old house, and there's been so many generations through it, or whatever, that it's like filled with these secrets. Like this is the money hidden in the walls, and it's like the family fortune, but it was hidden to keep someone else from getting it, right?
Damn
Yeah.
pesky neighbors.
So they made a room of this, but then they walled it in to hide it.
Okay, now I've done that. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of drop off from viewers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there always is, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Well,
after
we
raid,
still got 33, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do wonder how accurate those numbers underneath the stream is, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean, I'm looking at Streamlabs, and that took a while to update when
Yeah.
the initial ones came in, but yeah.
yeah, it's like before the raid, I was looking at the number of the viewers, and actually there was, it's like it's not even showing me the actual viewers that are in here, like who all's in here. Maybe you can't do that on Twitch. Sorry, I have more experience on a different streaming site, so it's like,
Yeah, it doesn't give you a
Over.
full list of all of the viewers. It gives you a list of people who have engaged in chat, I believe, and it does show you the number of viewers, but I believe outside of that, that is everything.
yeah, I sort of wonder if it shows viewers that interacted in chat but aren't there anymore as well.
It does, yeah. The
Okay,
thing
yeah.
that you have still will show people that previously have engaged that are no longer around.
All right. See, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
I just
we-
I just realized an issue.
What?
Can't hear what song she played.
Oh no!
Well, actually, no.
Ah.
Wait, no. With these answers, it's always going to be water.
Okay. You're an experienced player.
Right?
You got this.
There are only two. There are only two possible tracks it can be. It could either be water or Super Mario Brothers 3. Those are the only two answers that you can give.
Wait,
Great.
why is water the name of a song?
It's the underwater. She plays the underwater theme from Mario 1.
Oh.
Yeah. You see what I mean? You don't even need sound cues for this game.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope so. Real colors. I mean, we're made up of 80% of it.
Water?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just a reminder for everyone in chat and in stream: remember to hydrate.
Right. Yeah. That is important. No denying it.
If you have a water bottle, make sure it's full. If you have a water bottle that's full, have a drink. If you just had a drink, wait a minute and have another one.
Put drink on us. Wait.
Have a drink on us as long as it's water. Because that means I don't have to pay for it.
Best reason ever.
Well, I mean, unless you're like in a city, or you probably have a water bill.
You know what? Maybe we should frame this as a challenge run of playing the game without audio.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a challenge.
Luigi's Mansion Challenge Run, no audio, insane difficulty, question mark, exclamation mark, in parentheses, impossible.
Impossible. Oh.
Just memorizes the only part that you desperately need audio for. Well, maybe
Do you how many
it'd be nice
hours?
to have the like atmosphere of it though, wouldn't it? Like, because like I loved the atmosphere in the first game.
What more
Oh
atmosphere
well.
could you need than our lovely voices?
Yeah. No, I don't know what I'm talking about, right?
You know what? This just puts more pressure on us to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So how many golden ice are there in the thing?
I don't remember how many there are, but I know where they all are. I'm not going to be getting them all because some of them require luck in order to even appear.
Gold base gives you a bunch of money, right?
Yeah.
That's their shtick.
Same with those
Yeah.
blue ghosts
Prize
that are
bars.
hidden in certain furniture in some rooms.
Or as I like to call them, bloasts.
Their official name is Speedy Spirit. The gold mice are just
What
gold
are they,
mice.
blue like Sonic?
Gold mice are just gold mice. I mean, they are kind of blue. You're stealing this guy's dinner.
Yes.
That's kind of rude.
He's fat.
Still kind of rude.
Doesn't mean it's not rude, man.
You know, his bio is even that he died because he ate too much.
So
He ate himself to death, but was still not satisfied.
he died as he lived. You know, and he continues to live after death.
How about
Wait.
How about chocolate milk? I had chocolate milk earlier.
I haven't had chocolate milk in a while, but I am a supporter. Yeah. If there was an election where Choco Milk was the only candidate, not only would I be forced to vote for them, but I would do it gladly. And I would do it multiple times. I'd commit voter fraud to get Choco Milk in every office in the country. I would not commit voter fraud in any other case, however.
I mean, yeah, like these days, I almost would prefer chocolate milk to be running the country.
Wow, okay, so I
But
get
that's maybe a bit of a heated topic.
so I get Mr. Lugs in one go, but I didn't manage to get Lydia. What the hell? He's one of the
Lydia's,
harder ones.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
He resists a lot more than the other ones, and not to mention this table kind of gets in the way, so it's easy for him to break free.
Oh, okay. So if you don't nail the pulling thing, basically, they can't actually break out, and that's how you lose them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's making it look
Right.
real easy right now, but it is actually a lot harder to keep him on tether than it.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember because as I said, I've not played this game a ton, so it's kind of just some looser memories that I'm going off here.
Like,
Yeah.
look, he caught that thing. I would have been back and forth like 3 or 4 times for me, at least.
Yeah, for me too as well.
Don't worry,
probably.
when we get later in the game, we'll start having ones that give me trouble.
Don't they start
Specifically
getting
area
into
4.
like a couple hundred HP?
They can go up to 300.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the
Save
area
some, might even
4
say.
boos are quite troublesome.
Pesky, some may even say.
Yeah.
Snickety.
But, yeah,
I'm not great at Luigi's Mansion. Just to say, easy mode for this game was a dream. But yeah, like I'm not very good at this game. So for me, even easy mode is just like I'll lose the ghost and whatever. But then Red here, it's just like it's only for convenience of the stream that he's playing on easy. I don't like. Do you ever
Well,
like? Do you just or do you just like usually play on a harder difficulty now? Like, or do you
I mean, I usually
play easy?
just play on normal because the Hidden Mansion isn't actually harder.
No, not really.
So what the Hidden Mansion does is it makes ghosts do more damage when they hit you. However, you also do more damage when you're sucking them up, which makes
Counterbalances it, yeah.
it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Now there is the PAL version, which has a different Hidden Mansion, where in addition to those things, it changes a lot more about like combinations of ghosts per room. And also the entire game is mirrored.
Yeah.
And there's some other like changes here and there. I've only played through that once, and I did that on stream on my channel. And that I'm not sure like what I'll mainly play from now on. Maybe that, but I guess whenever I'm up for Hidden Mansion, that's definitely what I'll be playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, a ghost.
Spooky.
But
Spooky, scary ghosts.
That's
There's
it, it's just
Boo-
ghosts.
There's a Boo hiding in the fine china.
Oh,
Boo
don't
is
worry.
hiding in the fine china.
Don't worry, we'll be having a skeleton soon.
a ghost of class.
Yeah, a true skelly man. Well. Yeah, no, yeah.
So not only does Luigi have the majestic power of suck, he has the majestic power of spit.
And his house was on fire. He had to put it out.
I haven't played 3, but Red, what do you think about the idea of redoing Luigi's Mansion more in the style of 3 than the kind of 3DS port that they had?
I would not like that because I feel like that would take away a lot of this game's identity.
Yeah.
From what he said, you could easily do, well, not easily, but
You could
if
definitely tweak the gameplay so it's more
if
similar
you
to this than the other
if you
one.
just did the engine, like I mean, if you just did the game in in the Luigi's Mansion 3 engine, that honestly might make it. Well, that would make it look even better.
Oh yeah, just for like the aesthetics, maybe. I guess there's some charm to the older games style, right? But
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't think this game would hurt from just having certain textures and whatever just pumped up a little bit, right?
Do you have
Like,
many issues with the visual presentation of the 3DS remake, Red?
Like there are some elements where it might be fun, but overall, I vastly prefer this game. I mean, you might differ, but I don't know.
I'm not familiar with the 3DS remake very much, so.
I know yeah, I'm not too fond of it. It's not like awful or anything, but I feel like in certain areas the atmosphere is hurt from it.
Da, skeleton.
Mr. Bones.
Ben, there are children.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Bones.
Okay. That's Hays Code compliant.
oh no.
Just the engine being able to play it on the Switch is mainly what I was getting at. I feel like just a straight port for the game is what I'd want.
Yeah, because like the Switch is actually capable of doing that, right? So
It would be cool for Nintendo to revisit some of these older games and just kind of give them like a, not necessarily an HD upscale, but like the equivalent, right? Just make the texture fidelity a little bit more cranked. Because a lot of the games, even just playing through them on Dolphin on high resolutions, they start to look really good because a lot of the reason why, some of the fidelity wasn't there was just the resolutions that they were being displayed at, right?
yeah, although like it would be interesting if they made it so that you could have different control schemes, right? So you could have like a classic control scheme that plays exactly like the original, or you could have ones that are like, for people who sort of came in on the later games, control schemes that match those games so they can play through it the same way.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of ways that you can approach remakes while preserving the original. Obviously, there's that kind of gold standard idea of Halo Anniversary when they kept both the original visuals and the other one. You could flip between them on a Switch, right?
Yeah, the Command and Conquer Red Alert remake and the Tiberium Dawn remake. They let you switch between the old and the new graphics quite a lot, quite easily, and it was like the new graphics looked good and they were faithful, but at the same time they you could still enjoy like that old feel of the game because like I do actually kind of like the old pixel sprites they did for the game. Like they weren't as great as Red Alert 2's was, but yeah, it's just
Yeah. I will say there is definitely a charm of a game that is designed of an era looking like it's of that era. It's I want to get too into controversy or whatever, but it's one of the reasons why I personally don't have much of an opinion on the Last of Us remake that's coming out, because that game plays very much like a game that came out when it did, and it looks very much like a game that came out when it did, although a very nice game when it came out when it did. And so when I'm playing the original Last of Us, I'm like, this is good. It looks good. I don't have any issues with it. The visuals are perfect for what it is. And that doesn't mean the remake is going to be bad. It's just I wouldn't have
not
thought to do
excited
that
for it.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with certain things like Luigi's Mansion, right? Luigi's Mansion is kind of like a weird little game that does a lot of interesting little stuff. And the gameplay is very much kind of a period. And it would definitely feel a little weird to have this gameplay kind of transplanted into a different visual style that's more modern. Not necessarily that's bad. It's just it might not kind of cohere as nicely, and especially to people that are familiar with the original, it might just kind of come off as feeling a little bit weird.
Yeah, like I like I like when they update the graphics and things like from like really old games where they just didn't have really the capability to do more, and they would have if they could have, right? But at the same time, I like there to be that original experience still existing, right? So it's like I want both.
Yeah. I kind of agree with what Nightbird's saying right now, but
Eh,
I also don't. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't think the N64 in specific is like a notably bad example with visual styles that are relevant, but I definitely think with a lot of games, the original hardware that they were on didn't give them the best thing, right? And that's kind of what I was saying about if you just play a game with the resolution being a little bit better, sometimes that can just give it like a huge glow up. Um, Obviously, it depends on visual style. There's some games on the N64 where the kind of fog and stuff, removing that would be good. But then there's other games of that period, like Silent Hill, where the fog, was a artistic choice. So there's definitely a few things that you can kind of like go wrong if you're trying to remake or remaster one of those games, and you assume something was a technical limitation instead of a design choice. Um,
Yeah.
but there's a
That
lot of
can be
there is a lot of
frustrating.
room with games like that to gloss them up and brush them up in nice ways.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I know Red's not in quite an agreement with me on this, but like the Spyro remasters, I think I have no reason to believe they wouldn't have done what has been done in the Reignited trilogy in the originals if they could have,
Yeah,
right?
there are a few little examples, but generally, yeah, I think that they did a very good job of capturing the feeling and spirit that the games present.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I have a few things to say
Yep.
about all this.
I expect you would.
In terms of like N64 graphics, I actually rather like the aesthetic of like low poly stuff. Um, so the idea of taking an N64 game and touching up the graphics like in whatever outside of stuff like resolution and whatever, that's whatever, it doesn't really appeal to me. Um,
Yeah, you really like these sort of retro styled things where, well,
yeah,
like Luigi's Mansion is actually a really good example of sort of a more retro style polygonal build, like because they sort of built things to exaggerate them so that the polygons wouldn't be such a bad thing, and it sort of gives it this fun cartoony vibe to it.
it's like
But if
it's
this was
like
done in
they
like a modern, realistic kind of design, it just wouldn't
it's like
work.
they had a lot more limitations, but they had to work around those limitations. and develop their own styles within that. So I don't know. I just don't really like the idea of just saying did they update the
Yeah, we
graphics because they
dispute.
didn't age well or something like that. And it's like I don't know. I think it's its own style that I think
It sort of
deserves to
depends
be
on how
preserved.
they used it, right? Because like some things are made to take advantage of the limitations and make it part of the style of what it is, whereas other games, sometimes it's just like you feel like they were held back, right?
And I will say, I think everyone here, including everyone in the chat, will be in agreement that a lot of this stuff is a case by case thing, right? There are certain games where it's pretty clear that they were trying to do something and something was held back. Or alternatively, there might be, trying to go for a semi-realistic style and the texture quality is just really low. And so if you just, made the resolution of the textures a little bit better, it, would kind of fit what they were going for a little bit nicer. But
Yeah,
then I think as everyone's kind of example, that there are definitely times that technical limitations were accounted for when making a visual style, or they even defined the visual style in the first place. And so, yeah, I think it's really always going to be a case by case thing. But
Yeah.
I would say personally that I definitely think that there were a lot of, I don't want to say high profile, but that low poly aesthetic can be used to great effect. But there have been a lot of clunkers.
yeah, yeah. But even looking at as I'm looking at Luigi's Mansion, I'm noticing that there seems to actually be a bit of a resolution difference between some of the textures, right? And I think
Yeah,
like
that's very common in a lot of games.
if you were going to clean it up, like I'd clean up the texture. Like you can look at that pipe against the wall there. That is like a stretched out texture, and you can tell.
Yeah,
Whereas,
exactly.
whereas
Because they're
in
all
here you
probably
have this nice crisp carpet in here, and the painting on the dressers is nice. But then there'll be other parts where it's like kind of blurry. Like there's a bedspread on one of the beds, like the blankets and whatever, in one of the rooms where it just looked blurry, right?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of that can be come down to the fact that I think a lot of the textures are roughly the same size, but the things they're mapped onto aren't necessarily the same size.
Yeah.
And so you end up with them getting all stretched and distorted and stuff. And honestly, I can kind of like that aesthetic. It can kind of be a little nostalgic for me to see, I think it was with Xenoblade Chronicles. There's a few areas where there are mountains and stuff that are using these really stretched and warped textures that look awful, but I love them so much. I love how bad they look. And to me, that awfulness is kind of like part of the reason I like it.
Yeah. But like so let's say with Luigi's Mansion, like if they did a remaster, like the most I do is just tweaking some of the textures that maybe suffered because like there's only so much you can do because I think a lot of textures get reused and get put onto things that they normally wouldn't. So
Yeah.
they were creative in the way they used them to make them work for the situation, but that if they could have had more textures and fit them into the game and done it better, that they would have. And that's where I would add something to it.
Nightbird, you're just so right. I don't even know what to say.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Greatly improve the visual experience. Yes.
Also,
Absolutely.
the point that Neolanky was making as well is pretty solid. Like a lot of the art styles that were made for that period, for the games that really stood out, they kind of knew what they were and they played around with that. Like Paper Mario,
Yeah.
as they said, is such a great looking game even still. And even though there are some things that have kind of jaggy edges and stuff, I honestly still kind of like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I do think that it would be interesting to see more games in the modern day that uh play around with the kind of the same visual aesthetics of like the weird warp textures and being stretched out over stuff because I do kind of miss it. It feels like one of those things that there are a bunch of games that come out that look like that when I was younger. And now even when the indie games try and kind of go for a retro aesthetic, they don't quite do the same stuff. You know what I mean? There's a
It
difference between a classic shooter and then like a boomer shooter that's been released in the last however many years, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Dusk goes for the low poly aesthetic, but I'm not sure how much of stretching textures it did.
Yeah. I think Dusk is probably one of the examples where it gets a little bit closer, but they start to do a lot with lighting and post processing and that, so it starts to look a bit more
Yeah.
modern.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
I don't think that's necessarily bad. I actually quite like the way Dusk looks, but it's
Yeah.
definitively not trying to look exactly like an older game. It's trying to look like it's kind of like an older game.
But yeah, I mean, like Dusk, I think
Yeah.
is a good example of what I'd like to see in terms of retro styled ones, where they it's somewhat similar to like some like Shovel Knight for 8-bit style games, where it's like they try to make it look like a game from there without it actually having the limitations of it.
Yeah, I think Faith
Yeah.
is another really good example of that. Actually, it's a game that's trying to look like it's in the style of kind of an Atari 2600-ish game, but it's so far, far beyond what the 2600 would have been capable of.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
like when a
2600
lot of
couldn't
people
actually do
see
a whole
that,
lot to it, right?
they kind of think of that aesthetic, and yeah, there's like the character model with like 2 frames of animation. It's entirely a single color because they couldn't do that.
But like, since they don't have to fight the limitations, they don't get those sort of creative solutions to the limitations either. And I think that's probably why things that try to look like the old low poly stuff, it just doesn't quite work right. And it's because there's none of those stretch textures. But that sort of stands to the point that that they wouldn't have used stretched textures or anything like that if they didn't have to.
Yeah,
Like,
it's interesting. It's one of those kinds of things where it's kind of, I guess, is it a catch-22? I don't know what the phrase you'd use for it, but the only reason you do something is because you had to do it. Uh, but then in order to make something feel authentic, you have to act as if you had to do it, even if you don't have to, right?
yeah, and that's a very tricky thing to do, right?
It's very, very, very hard to think of imaginary limitations. But also, I definitely think that there's a place for that kind of evocative art style that definitely doesn't try and be what it's inspired by, right?
Yeah, well, like one of the other ways, like a limitation here is like not just textures, but like you see in the shapes of everything, like especially in this room where there's like detailed stuff, like how they've exaggerated aspects of various things, like the exercise cycle thing, exercise cycles, whatever
Yeah.
they're called. They're very exaggerated, very built out, and like their expression of form is very exaggerated, so that you can tell what it is because they couldn't really go super detailed with the polygon
Yeah.
limitations that they had.
I will say I do very, very much agree with something that Helia Gaming said in chat, which was even just being able to play a game at a higher resolution, even if the textures aren't up-resed, or and playing that same game at a high frame rate. There are some cases where that might be kind of against what the aesthetic of the game's going for, but 99% of the time, you can up-res something and make the frame rate better, and the visual style sticks.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I generally like to keep how old games look instead of like changing them up, even like the textures. However, resolution and especially frame rate is just always improve them. I don't
Yeah.
have a
Well,
problem with
not
improving them.
quite really though. Like I mean, because you have to remember that back when a lot of these games were made, there was also a certain reliance on
Okay, unless
the
the game
blurring.
becomes
Yeah.
unless the game was like made in a weird way where increasing the frame rate would like break it or something.
Well, I meant more the resolution, right? Like some aesthetic things are designed to work in the lower resolution and just don't work in the higher resolutions.
Then there's also other things like games that were designed for 4:3, and then you put them in widescreen, and all of a sudden there's stuff out the side that doesn't animate correctly. And
Yeah,
Yeah, that too.
I will say,
I guess it is another case by case basis thing.
I think it's funny with frame rates though that oftentimes the frame rate stuff isn't as much an issue for older games. It's an issue for like a few generations ago, kind of GameCube forward, that period.
Hmm.
It's just from personal experience with PC games and stuff, especially a lot of games that run on Unreal 3. They just hate the idea of 60 FPS or greater. Which I think is funny because like there are plenty of Unreal 3 games that run great on PC, but then all of a sudden a bunch of these console devs just felt like being dicks and tying a bunch of stuff to frame rate, and then it breaks everything.
Yeah.
It's like with Dead Space, you can't go through the first door in the game otherwise with a too high a frame rate. It just stops working. It's not the first door; it's the first door after you get a weapon.
It just reminds me of the mine carts in Resident Evil 4,
Oh yeah.
where I'm pretty sure that's tied to the frame rate, the speed of the mine carts.
Oh yeah.
So it, because like the remake goes at like 60,
Mm-hmm.
it really breaks it.
Yeah, Nightbird, I would tend to agree. Mind you, I always love it when modders manage to find a way to, at least in my eyes, fix the mistake of the devs in that and figure out some crafty little way to get everything working together, like that Breath of the Wild mod for emulating it that allows you to play it at a higher frame rate, even though when the game first came out and people are emulating it, they didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, just there'll be little, just little things just compensate for the issues.
Yeah. Modders and people that make emulators and game devs that do cool stuff like that are the people that make my life very, very fun and happy. There are also other people that do that, but I greatly appreciate their work. I don't want to call them unsung heroes because a lot of people appreciate those kinds of people, but they're also kinds of people that don't get a ton of recognition. You don't get a lot of people walking around on the street that recognize someone and go, "Oh, hey, you made that really cool quality of life fix for this game I love. Thank you so much."
Yeah.
So
Of course,
Rick,
they,
this
they
is
also have they also have the advantage, though, that like developers maybe didn't have, where like
oh,
if you make a mod and the mod is a little broken, people don't get mad about it really, right? Like if it triggers some exploit or whatever, they say, ah, well, it was just a mod, right? So I don't know, like I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this. It's sort of like,
Oh yeah, Nightbird. It's always really funny. I don't do coding or anything, but I have a few friends that are into stuff like that. And my dad works in tech, and he has ever since like the 70s. So he was
yeah,
there from like the start of the modern tech industry. But it's really funny to hear him talk about the stuff that he's doing, and then also my friends talking about school assignments and they're doing with coding, because that approach of like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of like smush things together until I get something that looks like it kind of works. And as long as it doesn't break for the 30 seconds I need to show it off, I'm perfect.
yeah. Like
It's
from
like
what I
oh,
understand,
there's
like
actually a little fun example of that. In Outer Wilds, the game takes place in a 22-minute loop, and they simulate gravity on everything. But it's funny because outside of that 22 minutes, if you let the gravity simulation keep running, the entire world just breaks because the gravity is actually slightly too high. It just doesn't take long enough for everything to break in the 22 minutes, so they didn't fix it properly.
I say some people have sort of different styles of programming as well, which may also be why you get some weird things, like I say, things tied to frame rate and whatever. It's just could be that the person who was programming that thing in the world or part of it just had a bit of a different style of programming or way of thinking about it to make it work. And then, yeah, it breaks if you change things, but it works fine in the situation it was made for originally.
Yeah, which I guess it's just narrow thinking, right? If you're thinking, I'm going to design a very particular case in which this thing is going to be observed or engaged with, and then you design it only to work in that particular space, fair enough. But at the same time, like,
Like for all you know, that thing could have been, they could have tried to program it a different way, and it just was breaking endlessly. And out of frustration, they just do it a way they know will work for now, just to move on to the next thing, right? Because it's like you have a deadline to meet.
it's actually kind of funny you bring up the examples, Neo Lanky, of Superstar Ultra Zero Mission, Pokemon Hot Gold, because even though I don't think the originals in a lot of those cases are my preferred versions of those, um, I definitely think that there is a case to be made for each of those games that I want to say the original is better, but the original is a different game that's still worth examining and engaging with on its own terms. That doesn't necessarily mean that you would want to recommend that as like the version of the game that you'd send to a friend, or it's the version of the game that you'd revisit. Um, but there's always like a kind of little, there's a something there. But I do generally agree that with a remake, you kind of want to make it so, yeah, you have a version of the game or a version of the experience or a game that elicits the same kind of feelings and engagements, um, but it doesn't have a lot of the things that kind of push people away. It's one of the reasons why, bit of a controversial take, but when we were playing Majora's Mask for setting up for this, everyone here, um, I guess not everyone here, but like everyone that was doing the run, we were kind of always going, "Oh man, there was a feature in 3D that would have been really helpful here. Oh man, there's this feature in 3D that would have made it really helpful here." And even if there's certain things that 3D didn't do the best or changed that were in a little bit of a bad way, a lot of the changes it made were changes that made it easier for people that struggled with the original to engage with it. Um, and despite all the faults that Majora's Mask 3D has, I think it's pretty hard to deny that it did a very good job of allowing people that didn't necessarily love the original Majora's Mask to at least give it a different kind of chance. And a lot of them did enjoy it.
Yeah. And yeah, like game making.
In other words, I agree.
Yeah. And game making can be a very high pressure kind of job when deadlines are getting close, right? Like the stress is on to be done. So yeah, you can't really be too upset when something is programmed maybe a little oddly when it works on its thing and they really had to get it done and they need some sleep.
Yeah.
It's a very human aspect of it.
I will say, Neil Lanky, if you want to revisit Majora's Mask 3D just to revisit the game as it was actually made, that's totally fine and good to do. But uh, the restoration mod you can actually play on original hardware as well if you have a modded 3DS. And at least between me and the other guys on the stream, we generally all kind of think that Majora's Mask with Restoration mod is like the ideal version because the gameplay tweaks that it made from 64 that were really confusing and weird are patched out in Restoration, and all the really cool and great stuff that they changed is still there. And then they have a few extra little tweaks on top of that that are really, really nice, like changing the LG of Emptiness to not replay every time you play it and giving you D-pad thing for the masks, which is also really, really nice. Obviously, if you just want to play the game like as it was originally released for the 3DS, not quite that. But if you want to try and kind of see the ways that the best of the two worlds can kind of meld together, playing the restoration mod with 3D is really, really cool. And you are right, Nightbird. Zero Mission does make a lot of really, really, I don't want to say bad or weird changes, but it does make some big changes, and it does change the game almost to be a different genre, which is definitely weird. I had a good time with Zero Mission, though. Zero Mission's actually the first Metroid game
All the way
that
to Area 1.
I played through. I tried playing Super Metroid a long time ago, but the movement just felt really unintuitive to me, and then I kind of just didn't have a big interest in the other games. I think I played Metroid 1 briefly, but Metroid 1 is such a weird game to a modern audience, and especially since I didn't grow up with it, I just kind of fell off it. But Zero Mission got me really interested in the series, and I'm glad because I played through a few of the other games, and I really love Fusion.
Let's see if I can hit the moon first try.
Come on, you got this.
Yeah.
Come on, you got it. Come on.
That can be really hard to aim for
Yeah,
first
it does
timers.
affect yeah.
Or
It's
even
a few
just people play the game quite a few times in general. I play the game so much that I know how to aim it properly.
Yeah,
It is a bit of a weird angle.
memorized. Yeah.
Oh, and Red just blew up the planet.
The moon.
The moon.
Yeah, what do we need it for anyway? You know what? I just saved you guys in Majora later.
True.
No,
True.
you only blew up half the moon. Maybe the part that's coming in Majora is that lower half, and it's actually your fault.
The moon in Majora's Mask is actually the debris that you knocked off into space. You've just doomed us all, Red. We only have 59 hours to save the world.
Well, you better get on it.
It's all right. I'll play Titanfall 2, and that will make everything right.
I see. Giant robots fix everything.
Okay, tell me one time that giant robots didn't fix everything. Exactly, you can't.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say Megas XLR and everything in Jersey, but then again, knocking it down might actually be
Well,
a bad
okay.
fit, so
I mean, sure, he destroyed Jersey like 15 times.
But did that really hurt the city? I mean, it was back the next episode.
They are really good at repairing it, so.
But sir, as a New Jerseyan,
One of these days they'll get it right.
And I
Oh,
mean,
if only.
the guys that he destroyed in the process of destroying the city, probably worse.
But yeah, I think realistically, it still made it better. So yeah, my
Anyways,
argument doesn't work.
It's been a little while, so maybe one of you guys remind chat what we're all doing.
So we are all making fun of Red for being bad at Luigi's Mansion, and the
Wow.
reason we're doing that, also we aren't doing that because he's an absolute god gamer who got the moon on the first try. But the reason we're all here doing the live stream is because we are raising money for Direct Relief, which is a charity that helps people in times of crisis, not personal crises, but world crises and stuff. So currently they're doing a lot of work in Ukraine, and they do work in other places where stuff isn't quite settled and people need some help, kind of humanitarian aid type stuff. So if you would be interested in helping out with their cause, you can donate to us. We will forward 100% of the money that we make from the stream directly to Direct Relief. I believe Streamlabs is actually handling that, so it doesn't even touch any of our bank accounts or anything. It's just straight to Direct Relief. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. We've got a number of events lined up across the next few days. We are going until 1 p.m. on Friday. It might go a little bit over, but that's the aim. And if you want to get a full idea of the schedule, you can find us at New Day Charity, which is the same as the hashtag at the top of the stream there, which you can find us on Twitter at that. I think we're just on Twitter. Yeah, and that's the general gist. We do currently have a donation goal of, I believe, $350, which, if we reach, we will have a Donkey Kong Country cartoon song being sung. We're a little bit under $50 away from that, so if you'd be interested in contributing, please do. If you don't want to contribute financially, please just get the word out, share it with friends, and if you don't even want to do that, just enjoy the show. Stick around, have a good time, engage in chat, or don't. You can lurk around, and we'll still enjoy having you around.
You are way better at that than I am.
Yes, and furthermore, if you don't like watching fun games getting played, well, I mean, you can go if you like. I mean, we won't hold it against you.
Yeah. Yeah. But thanks to everyone who's stopped by for stopping by. Thanks to everyone who's here for being here. And yeah, we got some good stuff. We'll be going all the way through the morning. So
someone just donated $20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're even closer to hearing Red's amazing singing voice.
We have an anonymous donation of $20 that says Puck Futon, which I'm not going to elaborate on, but I will read that. Thank you very much for the $20.
Also, just in case anyone has recently come in, I apologize for the lack of audio for the game. We had technical issues, and I have no idea how to fix it.
We did try.
The good news is that you have less to distract you. Less to distract you from the wonderful. What was I going to say?
Commentary.
A wonderful commentary is more than enough to keep you entertained. You don't need game sounds. There we go.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, we'll make our own.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah. No. When we tried to fix it, we managed to just make it so that Red couldn't hear any of us.
We broke it more.
Exactly. And he can't hear the game audio, so either. So
yeah, I can't hear it either, so it's fair.
Yeah, this is a no audio run. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a challenge run actually.
Yeah.
There was a really hard challenge earlier where Red had to figure out what a song was while it wasn't playing because he had no audio. It was very hard. It took hours.
Yeah. It took him like exactly as long as it took to remember that it was always this answer.
Sad to remember how that worked, and then yeah.
He's like, yeah, you've played this game too much.
You haven't played this game enough.
There is argument to be made for you having a problem. It's called Luigi's Mansion.
For me, you have a problem, which is not having played Luigi's Mansion as much.
Well, Colin, he's
I mean, you're not actually wrong. I have meant to play it several years in a row now, and I always I plan to do it. I'll do it Halloween. It's a spooky theme, and then I always lose the cartridge.
Did you ever?
By that time, it's just, I can't find
It's
it.
on a disc though.
Oh, yeah, first off,
Exactly.
this,
That's
but
why you can't find it.
I know,
but
it makes
second
it even
off-
harder, but like, well, no, sorry, that's right. No, I wanted to do Dark Moon one year and lost the cartridge there.
Yeah, I
couldn't
remember
find it.
that. I was about to ask if
And
you
then,
ever
yeah,
found
no,
it.
the disc. I have not found the disc yet. Sorry, not cartridge. The cartridge was for Dark Moon. I meant to play one time. Yeah, no, the disc for this. I think it's in the Simpsons Hit and Run case because that's what game is in the Luigi's Mansion's case instead of Luigi's Mansion. I had to go digging through boxes of games to find it again. I'm just going to blame my sister.
What is with you people not putting games back in their proper cases?
I'm blaming my sister, okay, because she borrowed the GameCube one time,
It's
and
so
that totally
easy
makes
just to put it
definitely.
back where it belongs.
Yeah.
But
In
it's
the
also just
trash.
as easy to put it where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
You have to go out of your way to do that.
But
None
I'd had
of
to
them got-
open. No. See, I already got the case open, man. I'd had to go and open that other case now.
Huh.
Oh, do you hear that, Colin? You will have a free copy.
A free copy. Well, thanks, but I really actually should go looking at the games and, maybe clearing out the space of the storage, move it to another storage area. Have a little more space for more stuff.
Well, don't worry, Helen Gaming. If we just combine the 3 that are scratched, that should make
Oh
one.
yes, that's how this works. Yep.
With the
I'll-
powers of my 3 Scratch Luigi's Mansion cartridges combined. Because they're cartridges, not
Cartridges.
discs.
I'll take the discs and I'll put them in a big hydraulic press and just squish them together. That's how that works, right?
Exactly. Put them in a vat of toothpaste.
Yes.
3 times the storage space.
As soon as I said that, I was just thinking, what if the plot of Tim Burton's Batman was that Jack Nicholson wanted to repair his Luigi's Mansion cartridge and fell into a vat of toothpaste?
What kind of movie is this?
A good movie.
I don't know,
mean-
but I want to see it.
I mean, I'd watch it too.
Honestly, it might be an improvement.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, considering Batman 89 is my favorite Batman movie.
Batman 89 is fun.
Yes.
Oh, Ben, I recently bought the Gothic games. Are you familiar with them?
I know of them.
Okay, because they seem like the kinds of games you'd be aware of.
Well,
Mostly
they-
because Piranha Bytes is a weird company. And I think they're German?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think they also made the Risen games.
Yeah, I think they did Risen, they did Gothic, and they did Elex?
Elix was one I wanted to try, because I
Elex
have...
2 just came out recently.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they did Gothic, Risen, and Elex. Those are the 3 franchises they've done. Risen 2 I'm really tempted to play, mostly just because it's a pirate RPG, and the idea of a pirate RPG is cool because pirates are cool.
Mm. I mean,
Also,
you're not
I
wrong.
haven't heard massively favorable things about it.
Yeah.
I can tell you one pirate RPG not to play.
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean for the original Xbox.
That's an RPG?
Yes,
Oh.
sort of, I think. It is also horribly busted.
Oh.
And it's hilarious, but does not work well.
Interesting.
Although it's also
I've
a
always-
Bethesda game, so...
Yeah, I've always
Oh,
liked
so
this
you say
book,
it's on brand.
like this boss fight is very interesting because it's like there's so much going on in it in such a tight space. Like it's not overly hard, but it's just like you're trying to catch one ghost, and if you're not careful, you get knocked around by the other one.
Yeah, always go for the blue one first.
Oh yeah.
For one, he's on the ground, so it'd be easier to run into him if you're trying to go for the other one. And 2, the red one is the one that drops the pearls, so you can mess up on the blue one all you want,
I
and
see.
it won't affect your rank.
Right. Well, pro tips.
I don't know if you guys saw in chat, but Hellier Gaming just said, dude, I remember not knowing about the thing about sucking on the boxes, and each time I
yeah.
had to do this, I would waste like an hour guessing which box had the twins.
Yeah, because like if you don't know that trick, like there's no other clue on which ones have them in, and you just have to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, just playing the lottery there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember taking a while on those too before I figured that out.
All right, you
Okay,
caught this one in the hallway. Nice.
I have all of Mario's dropped items, so we're gonna get a big text dump from Madame Clairvoyant.
Mash A continuously.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Please let me go. I want to be free of this text scroll.
We could have had voice acting.
What do you mean? We still can.
Oh
Well,
no.
I mean, yeah, and they just have a big skip button on it.
Yeah, you take the items to her, and each one she'll tell you some stuff.
And you didn't take them one at a time.
Why would you take it one at a time? That just wastes more time.
I know it wastes time. I think when you're playing through first, so you find one, you go run back to her to talk about it, right? And then you keep going all the way, extends the length of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I did when I first played, but I don't quite remember. Also, for the longest time, I saw like that cloth over her face, which is supposed to be an eye. For the longest time, I thought that was like big lips and like a gap in her teeth.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
I mean, the way I'm
I
playing now, it's a lot easier to see it as an eye, but when you're playing on like, CRT,
yeah, no, it's a very different experience.
Also, yes, Helen Gaming.
Hellia
He
Gaming.
Hellia.
Hellia.
Hmm.
Yeah, he dropped his glove and hat, and yet he's still wearing them in the painting that he's stuck in.
He dropped his
what-
spare glove and his spare hat.
I was about to say, they just painted another one on.
well, no, he's just got one of each underneath.
I see.
Mario was taught well by his mother. He knows you should always dress in layers.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
so
it's
so the reason why their gloves always look so much bigger with their hands look so rounded is because we're actually wearing like 30 pairs of gloves.
Yeah.
it's just like Master Chief having another helmet underneath his helmet.
You see? Same technology. Does that mean Halo's in the same universe as Mario?
Well, I mean, have you not seen Mario Fusion? I think it was called, which was a fan game that had Halo levels.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's not something I would have ever thought to actually do.
So funny thing about Madame Clairvoyant when you capture her is she doesn't resist you at all, which ironically makes it take a little longer to catch her because the way Sucking Up Ghost works is every time you pull back on the stick, you shave off a bigger chunk of their health. So when they're resisting you, you're pulling back a lot more, and thus shaving it faster. But with her, you have to like both go in and out because she won't resist you at all.
Suffering from success.
Yeah, I mean, like you're not really in any danger of her breaking free unless one of the poison mushrooms she drops like touches you. So that's the only reason why you should ever like lose your grip on her.
Yep. They probably know a trick to get to just not even fight her.
Well, you need to catch her unless you're doing a glitched run.
Well, yeah. Oh, they might know a trick to catch her faster, though. Who knows?
I have seen
If you
some
twirl the
speedruns,
stick like
but
this,
I'm not entirely familiar with what all tech they do and stuff.
well, yeah. I mean, the game's short enough for you as it is, right? You still want to have enough time to get your enjoyment out of it. You don't need to be going any faster, really.
I mean, I can enjoy watching speedruns, even if I don't really
Yeah.
like speedrunning.
Yeah, like you'd have to actively choose not to use things that you learned from it, right? unless you think they'd actually be more fun that way, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So personally, I don't enjoy doing speedrunning. I don't have a problem with people doing it. It can be quite entertaining to watch, but at the same time, I often avoid like watching speedruns of games that I enjoy playing because I don't want to see how to cheese things in it because
Interesting.
it sort of takes away from the experience of it.
The only game I can think of that could even remotely speedrun and that I try to do that in general is my favorite game, just because it really fits with that game, with that
And
style.
works
Which,
for
if
it.
I'm not mistaken, will be happening at 2:30 a.m. on Friday. If anyone
It's
is
not my
interested,
favorite game. It's just one of my favorite games.
You're thinking of the wrong
Yeah.
game.
I am. Wasn't the Batman the favorite one?
Adventures
Yes.
of Batman and Robin.
Yeah, that was it.
For the
Batman one.
Genesis.
Genesis
Yeah.
Batman. God, I keep forgetting that one's your favorite because it's just such a weird random thing.
Now there are some like speedruns of games I like that I have enjoyed watching. And it's like, and I don't have an issue because like I just don't know how to actually do that. Like I don't have the level of perfection required. But like watching Breath of the Wild speedruns, like the whole things with shields and launching yourself and whatever, like I can't even comprehend what they explain it. I go, okay, that's how it works. So it's like go to put it in practice. It's just like no.
Also, Neo Lanky, you've cracked the code. You absolute mad lad.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm late to this, but the Halo Arbiter is in Killer Instinct, which is shown to be in Donkey Kong Country 2, which takes place in the Mario universe. Therefore, Halo is indeed in the Mario universe.
Yes.
Yes, impeccable logic.
There is like some promotional art from back in the day of like Mario, Diddy, and a Killer Instinct character.
And of course, if we go by Smash Bros. Logic, then it's also in the same universe as Metal Gear. What?
Which means somewhere
Ben,
in
what
the
did you
hit.
I
do?
didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
What did?
Oh,
I am an idiot.
yeah. Sorry. You
No,
accidentally
okay.
Is there a way to undo that?
I meant to follow you. I am so sorry.
Wait, no. Let's see if I can untime him. Permit?
Should be able to, Ben,
Did
just don't touch
did you time
anything
someone
anymore,
out?
Ben. By accident, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he didn't mean to. This is.
yeah, I hope you can reverse that.
Yeah, like 600 seconds. Like Jesus.
Timed out. How do you untime people out?
This is where
Time
not
out for
being
10
super
minutes.
experienced.
Wait, cancel Twitch timeout.
Do a quick search, see if we can end that quicker.
Yeah, here we go. Check mods. Connect reply. Let's just check timeout.
Right, unmod Ben.
I'm gonna try this to see if I can just replace the timeout with a 1 second timeout.
We're trying to get you back in here, man.
Was it
Neo Lanky 1.
key 1, and then I'm just gonna put 1. Okay.
So,
Are you back?
And
Yeah,
are you
you
back?
should be. There you go.
There we go. Right.
right.
Okay.
Well-
Why did anyone give you mod powers, Ben?
Ask her in. Anyways.
Oh, we'll have to get him when he wakes up.
Anyways.
It's all right. See, I'm here. Okay, I'm the
Right.
tech support.
Right.
I have done at least one other chat that I've moderated, and I know that I need to Google things when I don't know what's up. So,
I'm glad you're here, Friday.
So you know how to unmod Ben.
just want to mention that save was brought to you by the Twitch support recommendation page on chat commands. If anyone wants to go give them a sub, you can't because it's just an FAQ page. But I get why it's on the FAQ page because
Like-
stuff like this happens.
Oh yeah, yes. I do believe that Ben is not the first person to do this by accident. Now, this fight here is very different in the PAL Hidden Mansion, as I recall.
Well, they made a weird change to it where, oh, we just got an anonymous $20 donation. Thank you.
Oh, let
Oh.
me see if there was no message attached to that, but thank you very, very much for that anonymous $20 donation.
Yeah.
Let's just check how close do we are to the
4 more
donor goal.
dollars.
We are within $5 of the
Ooh.
donation goal. We're actually within $4 of the donation goal. So if you're interested in seeing a Donkey Kong cartoon song being sung, you can donate less than $4, and you will have that happen.
Yeah. It's like
It's a good cause too. I think we mentioned this not that long ago, but the money that we are raising goes directly to Direct Relief, which is a charity which helps out in crises all around the world. Currently, a lot of their focus is going towards what's going on in Ukraine because that's obviously something that's quite important. But they also assist in all other kinds of things and will continue to do work after the events there have been resolved. So, yeah, just it's a good cause. All the money goes straight to them, 100% of the proceeds, and there's less than $5 for our donation goal.
That was a really clean run of Blue Losses.
Yeah, no,
Definitely, that was
was
very, very good.
nice.
Probably one of the cleanest I've done. Ooh.
Also, thank you very much, NeoLanky1, for the follow. We appreciate your forgiveness.
Anonymous $4 donation.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
$4.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
which song do you want to sing?
All right. What's it gonna be?
And
Okay.
and do you want to have the lyrics?
I think I can manage with the ones I've got. Which one do I want to do? No.
You're-
Let's see. So the ones that I know are there's Kong Fury, obviously. The Mirror Never Lies, One of Us, what I'm Nobody's Hero. I want to know the secrets.
Do you know how to make a poll?
No.
Either of you?
I know there's some. I don't quite know. Let me just double check. I know Harain posted it in the thing page. Socials link, stream polls
we go-
page, kick here to stop thing. Okay.
Yeah, because if you let
Streamlabs
people vote on
polls.
which one he has to.
Are we
That's the
signed
thing.
in? Twitch. Log out. Log in. Continue with Twitch. Wait, there we go. I'm just gonna quickly close that out and then pop this back up.
I'm just gonna quickly.
Okay, I'm in polls. So we can do, what would it be? Donkey Kong Country cartoon song.
Because it has to be songs that he actually knows and can sing. Although, I mean, you pull up the lyrics.
Yeah, what are the songs that you know, Red?
Okay, so there's Kong Fury is one of them.
Kong
I think it's
Fury?
Kung Fu. I think it's Kung Fu, actually.
Or no, right? Why did I say Kong? Kong Fu.
Kong Fu. KONGFU?
Yeah. Then there's The Mirror Never Lies. One of Us.
1 second.
A second to type it.
One of Us.
I want to know the secrets.
I want. Is it I wanna or I want to?
I think it's I wanna.
I wanna know the secrets?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nobody's Hero.
Nobody's hero.
Yeah, I think there might be a couple more, but I think that'll do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly change some of them because I didn't quite know what I was doing, but now I do. Okay, that should be good if I hit done and then start poll. Is it working?
I see
Yeah,
it.
there we go.
Unfortunately, no coconut creep pie because I don't know the lyrics to that one.
Yeah, someone just asked in chat, but it got auto modded.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. Well, 2 people asked actually.
Oh,
It's
2 people did. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
I'll allow those through. They're acceptable.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know the lyrics to that one, so I
Text.
can't do it.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in voting for the song, you can just follow the Streamlabs bot. You just type !vote and then either the word hero, Kung Fu, Mirror, One, or Secret, and that will correspond to one of the songs. And you can see the current poll on the top left of the stream.
I think I spelled it wrong.
Yeah, it's Kung Fu all lowercase. You have to match the case as well, so everything's lowercase. There's no capitals. So it would be !vote, Kung Fu, one word, all lowercase, or !. It's Kung Fu. Like
Kung Fu, not
Donkey
Kung
Kong?
Fu.
Yeah.
What did that go through? No, okay, the one for hero actually. Okay, so it's not case sensitive then. Cool. I'm glad to know that. Thank you, Helia Gaming, for testing something out that I didn't know how it worked.
Right. So Ben, you'll have to change the U to an O if you want that vote to count.
Wait.
It's Kung Fu, not Kung Fu.
Oh!
Like Donkey Kong.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. Those Donkey Kong Country cartoon chaps were a bunch of clever folk.
I did it again.
You are so good at this.
You're very good at this. Yep. Did that register it?
It looks like it's probably going to go through in a second. Yeah, there we go. Oh, cool. We have a current 3-way dead even tie. Just great news. I was, just with the people we have here, I think we have enough people to break the tie. If you don't know about the Donkey Kong Country cartoon, that's fine. I don't personally know any of the songs, so
Don't worry.
but we
All the
might have
songs
to-
were amazing in a slightly terrible kind of way. So whatever you vote for, it's going to be entertaining to watch him try and sing it.
Yeah. I could always just do a little wheel spin or something.
Yeah.
Helia recommends we just sing all 3. How do you feel about that suggestion?
How about you donate more if you want that?
How much more?
What's the price, Red? How much are you putting on extending the songs?
100,000 million.
No, he
No,
just doesn't want to do it. No,
on.
come on, come on.
All right, I guess an extra 50 as the trend we've been going.
50
Yeah.
for a whole other song? Okay, yeah.
Before the two whole other songs, and that's if we get there before the poll's done, right? If no one breaks this
Yeah,
tie.
definitely.
Yeah.
How about Rhett? Would you be willing
Well-
if someone donated $15 before the poll ends to do another song?
I like this Neolank guy. He understands us.
No. No.
No.
Oh.
Is there anyone else in chat that wants to vote?
Would do if I had that much. Will you do it for $5 and a hug? Will you do another song for Helia Gaming for $5 and a hug, Red?
Well, you better get over here and give me that hug.
The hug needs to be paid in advance.
Oh.
Come on.
All right, I'll give the poll another, let's say, it's almost to 5 minutes, so I'll give it another 3 minutes. No, I'll give it another 2 minutes.
Red, you gotta give him your address,
You just gotta dox yourself. Just dox yourself.
Ah, yes.
My name is Red Rodriguez. I live at
And your social insurance number, your credit
5D8
card
96 Red
passwords.
Road.
Your birth
Yeah.
certificate.
Yeah.
It's just a red sheet of a what's it called? Craft paper. So yeah. Oh, alrighty. Yeah. Poll's gonna be closing in about another 2 minutes. So
Yeah, so
Why was this
how
my
would
idea?
Well, I mean, you knew you were gonna reach the goal eventually. Or you just hoping you'd be
Brancliff?
asleep by then?
Brancliff, you are amazing.
oh. Brancliff, I don't know if you've been around this whole time, but I haven't seen you chatting in a while. It's nice to have you
Yeah.
back.
Did he vote on a song? If not, you can.
Oh yeah, Brancliff, if you want to vote on a song, we're currently voting on a song for Red to sing from the Donkey Kong Country cartoon. In the way of a tie, as Neo Lanky said, he will sing the DK rap endlessly until it's broken.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, you would have had
Actually,
to
I
already
do have to ask, Neo Lanky, are you in any way related to the Kong of the same name?
God, Leo Luster is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know all the lyrics to Leo Lester.
because you're gonna be trying to do this from memory.
I could
I mean, you can.
Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, 30 seconds to the end of the poll.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can, if you want, look up the lyrics to whichever one I do and see if how close I am. 'Cause I'm pretty confident on them that I can get it right.
okay. Last little seconds to get your votes in. Anyone that wants to vote, do it now or forever hold your peace.
I mean, if we get a vote on one more song other than that, we can do it tourney style with coin flips.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. Okay, cool. That is the poll over. Wonderful.
All right.
And complete. There we go. Okay, poll is done. It was an even tie between Nobody's Hero, Kung Fu, and The Mirror Never Lies. So do you want to make your own pick from that selection, Red, or would you rather us spin a little wheel or roll a dice or equivalent?
Probably best to spin the wheel.
Okay, spin the wheel. Do you have a specific graphic you want to do this, or do you want me to just do up a random number generator?
Random number generator is fine. Go for it.
Yeah.
Because there is a bad word you could potentially mean by saying that, I think.
Yeah. Bad combination of words you could totally be saying with that. There's no way that they could be ignoring cultural differences by
Okay,
censoring that.
so we ended up with 1 out of 3, which I guess I'll just go with Nobody's Hero because that was the first one in this little list.
Nobody's here?
Nobody's Hero.
Okay.
Also listening to Booty Boogie.
No. Okay. My voice isn't all there, so this probably wasn't the best time to suggest such a thing, but I'll see what I can do.
Yay.
My mouth is also dry.
Oh, nothing like fear to do that.
Do you want to go water break real quick? Get your vocal cords, do some exercises?
I'm fine. Okay.
Red the musical. Nice.
I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can somebody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour. God damn it. Once I was the ape of The hour they think I'm a coward. I'm an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. An absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I'm nobody's hero. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Now, do I want to know why you
Heartwarming,
have
touching.
any of these songs memorized?
I will
All
not
right.
elaborate.
Well, thank you very much to everyone that contributed for the last donation goal, and thank you to everyone who's contributed throughout the stream up to this point.
What should the next goal be?
I was about to say I will re-sort the donation goal so we have it to be higher than what we're currently at.
Maybe singing another one will be something later, but not immediately after, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
for a bit of variety.
donation
Yeah.
goal, is that where I want to be?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
okay,
suppose. I
so,
suppose they're
Well,
masterpieces.
you
where
say
he
that
knows
Hellion.
he still has more to memorize. Clearly, I mean, by the suggestions that
How
were being
could
made,
you
that he
forget
couldn't do.
Metalhead?
Well, the problem with Metalhead is the Diddy sections. And
Oh, and actually, one other thing that's really awesomely interesting is the guy who voiced DK in the cartoon is in Dino Crisis 1.
okay, campaign goal, let's just hit it to 400 right now and then save changes, and that should be right. Let's see if it updates. All right, cool. So the donation goal has updated. Do we want to just get rid of the next goal segment, Red? You'd have to do that in your Streamlabs on your end. Change the text there to something else.
what should I change it to?
Do we want to actually set up a proper donation goal, or do we want to just leave it in a liminal state of donate more money, please?
I think we should have a goal to reach.
Okay, let's find a goal. It needs to be something that. What time are you going to bed, Red? Are you going to bed right after this?
Yeah.
Okay, so it needs to be something that the night shift lads can do.
So you.
One thing Harain suggested while you were away is potentially reenacting the Hotel Mario cutscenes.
I am very unfamiliar with those.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic.
Well, I know
Hey,
Ben.
Luigi.
Well, don't do it now. They'd have to pay. I know Ben would be able to. I don't know about Colin.
I'm going to bed after this.
Okay. I mean, probably like get the words ready, so you know, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we could probably pull it out, but
honestly, I feel like that'd probably be more fun if it was me and Harain doing like me.
yeah,
Mario,
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the no. Most of these ideas aren't stuff that like were built around me.
Is there anything you can think of that you can do that isn't on like the list?
I can think of.
Talk like an American.
Talk like an American. Oh man, do we want to have the one person with a non-American accent trying to do something like that?
But which American accent specifically?
I guess Friday tries variety of American accents would be an interesting goal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can fit that in there, but
you could just do Friday does American accent and then in parentheses S. I can try many, but I don't know how good any of them are going to be. It'll be interesting. We'll see.
Right. Well, is that what you want the goal to be?
Sure. Let's try that. I'm going to be around for quite a while, so I'm going to be around all the way till the morning. And I don't know.
I wonder what sorts of things you're going to be saying. You almost need like something to read off of.
Yeah. No. I might ask for some quotes or something just so I can try and do some little thing.
Yeah, just help them out.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Chat can collaborate.
Just gonna put Friday American accent.
Yeah, that's good. And then parentheses S. Also capitalize accent.
So demanding.
I'm a stickler for presentation.
Parentheses S. That goes over the thing. I'll just leave it like this.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. No, it's unfortunate. Actually, no. You don't put a space. You just have it in the same thing, right? because accent and then the parentheses starts right after the T, not after a space.
It still kind of goes into it.
Could you move the thing over a little bit to the left?
I don't think I want to mess with that.
Nah, you're good. Just move it over a little bit.
Is there a space right before the F at the start?
um,
Maybe just take the space out and then it'll just sit a little further back, I
No.
guess.
unless I remove all the spaces.
Also, the S shouldn't be capitalized because it's not the beginning of a word or anything. It's just pluralizing, but it's like a
Just small S instead of a big one. It might take up a little less space too.
There you go.
All right, if you're okay with that.
I'll do that. We'll hold on to that one.
Hella gaming. It took me this long to realize what your name is, and I'm such an idiot for that. I apologize. Hella gaming.
Okay, says dang it, I just had the idea of mimicking Pokemon cries from the anime as a goal. Should have said that earlier.
That
I
is
also haven't ever seen the Pokemon anime, so I'd be a terrible person to do that.
Or does it make you the best? Because you'll have to look it up and look them up and then try to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, well.
actually,
maybe a good
I
goal
don't
for
know.
someone
I
else,
don't know
though.
how fun this would be for anyone else, but I do think it would be entertaining for me after I start getting tired to try and explain like the Call of Duty zombie story because it's such an absolute mess. And if my brain isn't there, I'm just going to sound like a raving lunatic. But I don't know how interested other people would be in hearing that because it's like a weird niche thing that, you know, it's my shtick.
you talking about would make it funny, I feel.
I think I could make it funny. I think I have the showmanship, especially with when you start getting into the weird stuff, because it gets weird very quickly.
I mean, you guys in chat, what do you think? Do you think that would be more fun than the
Yeah, would you rather we try and do an accent, or would you rather we do a comprehensive summary of an 11-year long mess of a storyline with like 5 writers that all have conflicting visions? As I said, it's like a weirdly niche thing that I feel as if I could make mildly entertaining for a certain group of people. But like,
it's sleep drunk storytelling.
yeah, exactly. How
Oh,
about
no.
both? Oh god, I
Oh,
could.
oh,
I
you
guess
tried to
you know
explain
what,
it
you know
while
what,
doing
you know what,
accents.
you know what, you know what.
That's what-
If we get to the point where we get around to that, there's a bunch of quotes and stuff I can try and recite in the voices of the characters, and some of them are American and some of them for all the other things. So I will.
Yeah, do both.
I might sprinkle in some zombie stuff when I'm doing the accents, but I'll start there.
And that could just be retitled American Accents Zombies.
No, we'll just leave it at
Right.
that. We'll do the accents there. If someone asks
Yeah.
about it, we can explain it. And as I said, it's more of just like a little diversion thing. But yes. Also, as the bot just put in chat, and it's been a little while since we mentioned, but the reason that we want to create an interesting donation goal is because we're trying to raise money. And the thing we're trying to raise money for is a charity called Direct Relief, which is a charity that helps all around the world with different crises. So, for example, right now, they've been forwarding a lot of money and resources towards what's going on in Ukraine. And yeah, so we're raising money for them. 100% of all the proceeds that we're gathering during the stream will go directly towards direct relief. Haha, I know I said the word direct twice. But yeah, that's basically what we're trying to do. Thanks to everyone that's contributed so far. Thanks to everyone that is thinking of contributing in the future. And thanks for everyone that's just sitting here and having a good time. If you want to share the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. We're on Twitter at New Day Charity, and we have the hashtag New Day Charity, which if you want to tweet in, we are going through occasionally. And yeah, that is generally what we're up to right now. So thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in.
Nightbird, was that you who wrote that? That was funny.
Yeah, exactly, Nightbird. You know what's up.
All right. So who else is on the night shift tonight?
I think it's
Besides
just
you, Frank.
me and Ben, and I think Jill's supposed to be available at some point over the night, but I don't know if they're going to join for co-commentary. And then
Probably should like bug her to if she's online.
yeah, I don't know if she's online in terms of Discord stuff. I gotta double check the thing. And then there's also who else is also supposed to be? Yeah, so Jill is supposed to be a night shift person. IKG is going to be on kind of in the morning, night-ish, and then Ben is going to be there. So it's going to be basically either some combination of me, Ben, and Jill.
Right.
I think, Nightbird, what you said was funny, so it makes it doubly awesome.
Yeah. Although we should try to avoid getting things too politically charged in chat. Just
As in,
just
not
to
at
be
all.
aware. Yeah.
It is
exactly.
worth saying, though, that if Direct Relief is helping out in Ukraine, they probably aren't Russian nationalists.
I mean,
just
Probably
saying.
not. Yeah. It's just
I'm not going to say anything. That's it. I'm leaving it there. I'm leaving it there, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
that.
PG stream as much as we can, anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
if you want politics, there are a bunch of very good places to look for that.
Exactly.
Also known as having a conversation with me, like any other day of the week.
Yeah, like not on the stream.
Yeah. Here at Direct Relief, we're violently opinionated and won't let you know what them are. At least, not entirely. Well, sometimes.
Well, we're not Direct Relief.
Oh, sorry, not Direct Relief. New Day Charity. We are not Direct Relief. We are New Day Charity. We are working with Direct Relief. We not directly resent Direct Relief. We are working with them by giving them money.
If you were to talk to us off stream, well.
Yeah, if any of you want to talk about this stuff more, you can always join us on Discord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should I post what that is?
No, it's not appropriate for a stream like this.
Exactly. That's the politics we like here.
Mario Party.
Democratic Party, Republican Party? No, Mario Party. That's the only party that we celebrate here at New Day Charity.
Yeah.
Man, okay, this room has a random chance of a gold mouse appearing when you first enter it, which is a pain because the only way you can enter it is by going through to the roof and falling down. And I missed it because there's a sound cue when they appear that I didn't hear.
See, I told you it was a challenge run.
Challenge if you try to go for the gold mice, jeez.
Hey, did Harange set up the bot to jump the schedule in as well occasionally?
Did he?
It seems like he did, because I just got a link to the schedule.
It appears that he did.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in seeing the events that we have coming up, both today and going through Friday, they are on that link right there, which goes to our Twitter. I believe tomorrow we're starting to do some more Sonic stuff, which will run throughout the rest of the week. We have some more rounds of the Smash Ultimate tournament. We're going to have a maybe not literal reappearance of Wario from earlier, but at least in game form, he'll show back up again. And then just before we kick off the night shift, we're going to have a race in a hat in time where a bunch of people are going to be trying to beat the game as quickly as possible, and other people are going to be trying to stop them from beating the game as quickly as possible by harassing and annoying them, which will be an entertaining little thing.
Most of the players may or may not be here already.
Yeah, I'm going to have to show you a few things about harassing.
Here at New Day Charity, we don't encourage workplace harassment. However, if it's consensual and in a video game, maybe.
Exactly. It's specifically that kind of harassment in a video game.
In a video game for charity, everyone is agreeing to it beforehand. Then it's okay.
Yep. It's planned, yeah. And you are going to feel my wrath.
It's staged.
Yeah, so me and Red did some practice, and I learned some interesting mechanics for harassment in that game.
Maybe not. I don't think it's aligned to something we care about.
Yeah, you're just gonna have trouble in the game. That's all.
I think it's more you should let the other person bring up the topic.
It's harassment only in that we don't have a better word for it.
I guess it's harassment in more of like the pestering sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Pestering, like knocking people off of buildings and
pestering, like murder.
And, whacking them really, really hard with an umbrella.
trolling is always an option. Yes, it will
Oh,
be.
yes.
It will be maximum trolling. That's what will happen.
Yeah, and I hope it's not just me harassing. I think we should have a second harasser there as well.
Oh yeah, Jill's supposed to be there as well.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, did Jill actually agree to signing off on that, or is that like a tenuous thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I
sweet.
mean, otherwise I'll just pick on whoever's in first for the most part.
Red.
Well, that's the thing. It's the idea is to get the other person into first, so it stays a close race.
Exactly. Okay,
Did you do
just
any more
quickly.
practice runs?
I only did the one, but honestly, I don't really feel like I need to do another one because.
All right.
Did you do another practice run?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I
It's
don't know. I
straightforward
think I'm familiar enough with the game to kind of know what I'm doing. I have a general route plan, and yeah, I don't think any of us are being like super speedrunny competitive here, right?
Yeah.
We kind of just have the game in our back pocket. We know how to play it because we've all played it a few times.
Yeah. I mean, I've only played it through it once, but like I
I've played it, like, 3 times.
I don't have to beat it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I think I've played through the game 3 times, maybe 4.
So to
It's
answer
a
your
very good
question,
game.
Hello Games, yes, do that.
Well, I mean, harming mentally. I mean, you could make Friday do American accents while trying to explain the plot to zombies by donating $50.
Yeah. Oh,
Tease.
if you wouldn't mind waiting for a while, I'm starting on my first energy drink of the night. So
Okay.
So
So we gotta
we
you
have
gotta happen when you crash. Then is what you're saying.
oh yeah, no, give it a few hours. I got a second one I'm gonna power through, and then when we get to like 5 a.m., then that'll be good.
Neo
Yeah.
Lanky. We started, but there's going to be more later today, and I think into Friday.
Yeah, I believe so. I think the final match is on Thursday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tournament that's being broken up into various points throughout the stream.
So the first 2 fights were done earlier today in the afternoon, I believe. And what was the result of those?
IKG, I think. IKG and Box won the first round. And then me and Colin won the second round, right?
Yeah.
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 And then we also have a losers bracket, so
Yeah, so the losers aren't out for good.
no, you'll still get to see our wonderful playing.
To be honest, I think it's gonna be a little bit more interesting actually watching you two go at it.
I don't know. As I said, I had a good time, even though I definitely didn't play the best because I'm not familiar with Smash. I genuinely think those fights were fun.
Yeah. You just gotta watch out for Ben. He's good at memeing. Like it didn't show very well in the fight against me because I'm kind of used to his memeing strategies. But yeah,
Yeah.
don't underestimate him.
I don't even know what to estimate. All right, I'm quickly just gonna go put the other thing in the fridge because I had it sitting up here because I wasn't too sure if I wanted to when I wanted to have my drinks. But yeah, I'll go put one downstairs. So I'll be back in a minute.
Right?
I want to say Harain and someone else.
I can look at the other schedule. SA2, we're on there. It's... Yeah. Oh no,
I think
that's Sonic lingo, right?
yeah, SA2 I believe is Harain and Ron.
SA2, which Sonic game is that?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure 2. Okay, sorry, it's got full names on this other list.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of surprisingly. I don't want to say dark. Yeah, no,
No,
surprisingly.
it's definitely dark.
I'm not seeing Sonic Adventure on here. Am I just blind? I could just be blind. Oh yeah, there it is. Sonic Adventure 2. It says Harain and Ron.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank God they told
Alright,
us
I
that
was fine.
Chauncey was born a ghost.
It's kind of funny, that whole born a ghost thing. Like, I can see what they were trying to do. They didn't want to imply that a baby died, so it's like the ghost parents had a kid, and because they're ghosts, it came out a ghost. But when you think about it, it does kind of imply something darker.
Yeah. It's just a kid's game, though, so right?
Yeah,
I couldn't
like I
really
know what
go
they were
with
trying to do.
Yeah.
But like, as for like the other child ghosts, yeah, they just straight up died.
that. Yeah. Though I guess the whole lying on the ceiling thing kind of does support the being born as a ghost from a ghost,
Oh
right?
well,
Because one would assume that if you're a ghost, up and down doesn't really matter to you, right?
that's not the ghost that was born a ghost. It was the baby
No?
ghost all the way at the beginning.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was getting confused there.
Yeah,
You can tell I'm not usually up this late
like
either.
let me check. 'Cause I'm pretty sure her description. Yeah, her description is what was meant to be a short nap seems to have turned into eternal rest. So she
Okay,
died in
so
her sleep.
Okay, so she's just weird. Got
Just
it.
look at the twins really quick.
For sitting on the ceiling. I mean, not for dying in her sleep, obviously.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention something which I don't think I had. So along with the fact that we're going along for 72 hours, because of that, we understand that a lot of people want to chime out. But if you want to keep an eye on what we're doing, you can follow the Twitch page. And so if you ever open up Twitch again, you can see what's going on or turn notifications on. And we also have a Twitter account, which is at New Day Charity, which I will put in the chat right now. Which you can follow, and we will announce the beginning of each of our segments that we're doing. So if you want to follow us that way, you can also keep up with that.
And if anyone wants to actually keep in touch with us after this,
I mean,
I
we,
can
we have our
DM you.
yeah. I mean, we have our stuff, but it's not make it too much about ourselves.
No, I
Yeah,
know, but
exactly.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to find the organizers, we're all under our @, I believe, on Twitter, and we are some of the very few people that the Twitter account is following. So
Yeah.
if you want to kind of get an eye on us or keep a little bit of track of us, you can find us through that. How many portrait ghosts are there in total in the first Luigi's Mansion?
Let's see. Uh,
Counting up all the ghosts in his head. Basically playing the game and fast forward in his head.
like 23.
Does Boo, the first one, count as a portrait ghost?
Uh, the
Or is that like the boss that you fought?
that's the boss.
Okay. Yeah, Boolossus. There we go. Okay, yeah.
I mean, technically, that's like a whole lot of ghosts.
All
I
those
ain't afraid no
boos,
ghost.
all those boos that make up boo losses do count as individual boos on the boo counter.
So only one of them was actually Boo losses.
Well, all of them together are.
So how
We are Boolossus.
I guess yeah, you put all the boos that you caught into a single frame to make Boo losses again in the frame.
Yeah.
I guess. Does that mean that Egad wasted a whole lot of paper by printing out all these other? Well, I guess he doesn't print out the other boos, does he? But forget what he does with the boos after you catch them, aside from Boo losses.
I mean, we don't see what he does with boos in this game. He has
No.
like a separate like boo containment thing in Dark Moon.
So you could just take that containment, just
I do
put
like
them all
the
in the back,
fact that
print them out as a second Boo losses.
I do like the fact that Boo's and Dark Moon are kind of treated like fish in a little fish tank.
Did a single dollar come out of that? Jeez.
It turns out Egad's just running an illegal boo breeding business, and every once in a while they form a Boolossus, and that has to be dealt with. Sounds like the sort of thing you got to be into.
Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Ever since Steam Hams became a thing in meme culture, every time I hear Egad's name, I can only think of the "Go Egads, my roast is ruined" line.
Yeah.
I don't know. We had one of the portrait ghosts was it's like implied to be born from a ghost, so I mean I don't see why it wouldn't work. Besides, how else do you get more booze in the world? Sometimes I wonder actually if booze are actually even the undead or if they're just a ghost-like creature.
I don't know if they've thought that hard about that question.
Yeah, no, it's just that the way they behave seems to sort of imply that they're almost more alive than
I was
anything.
about to say, booze kind of feel almost like trickster spirits or something from folklore, you know,
Yeah,
rather than an actual bona fide representation of
ghost.
like the undead or whatever. Or I guess the formerly dead, the recently dead, the sometimes partially dead. I guess, but the RPG games, I don't necessarily want to say they aren't canon, but yeah, at least from my understanding, they're definitively kind of, not definitively, they kind of tend to not be a separate thing, but I would hesitate to say that they are
Canon.
canon in the same way
In
that
I
mainline
mean,
Mario is, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's
Mario
sort of canon
canon
to
is just kind
themselves.
of
It's
weird.
wherever they need it to be at the time,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And that's what I mean with the RPGs. I think they kind of line up with themselves. They don't really line up directly with everything else. Um, but that is interesting as an interpretation of booze.
Yeah.
Also, I think it is worth saying. What is Mario canon? Okay, so basically, in the beginning, there was one man, and that man was Mario.
It's a him.
And he was so good, they made a sequel called Mario. And Mario is the Mario that we know. The original Mario is actually his father. Anyway, so.
So he's actually Mario the second.
Yeah. So the Mario we know is actually Mario Jr., also known as Mario, because he was the sequel to Mario, and so they need to call him Mario twice.
I mean, it fits with their convention for character naming. After all, what is
Yeah,
Donkey
Mario
Kong?
Squared. Yeah. Braincliff understands. Like,
Mario
Yeah,
squared.
yeah. But the thing of it, it's like DK Junior became DK, and then there's another DK, and like they all become cranky afterwards. Like, I mean, it kind of fits with the how they're naming things.
yeah.
Okay, but what about
Luigi
Super
was produced through osmosis.
Mario? Okay, what about Super Mario?
Super Mario is an alias that Mario adopted in order to commit tax fraud back in the 70s.
All right.
He did it with Yoshi. You can check if you find the old records.
I was about to say
You'll
there was
know.
actually there was a whole true crime doc that was made about this a few years ago.
You're gonna have to link me that later. I need to see this.
Yeah. Yoshi almost ate him. Yeah, I mean, maybe if he looked less like a watermelon.
To be fair, looking like a watermelon is a really good way of being almost eaten.
No, actually, Luigi from a store. And then in the beginning, there was a plumber from Brooklyn who took shrooms, and the rest is history. Right.
Sounds about right.
hmm Oh, I'm running out of energy.
That's why I've gotten 2 cans of it.
Your energy. Ugh. Yeah, we're at the point where the boos have so much health that it's almost like basically impossible to catch them without them leaving the room.
And yet you'll manage to do it in not that many runs. This one might be a little tricky. Wait, did the Pal Hidden Mansion do something with how the booze are caught too, or is that something else I was thinking of?
They change up how much health they have in their AI a bit, where some of them it's kind of weird. Like some of them have less health than the normal mansion, while most of the time they have more. And some of them are more slippery than others.
Yeah.
So it's like they are harder to catch.
Yep.
Ah,
This is very
yes.
slippery.
Chris Pratt Mario. How does that
Yes,
fit into
normal
this?
Mario, to be specific. Mario is normal now. Everyone can relax.
Still have no idea what that's gonna be like.
Neither do I.
Mm.
I also have the suspicion that it's going to be very abnormal.
Yeah.
It has competition with the original one, which, for all amazing it was a little abnormal too.
This guy in particular, Boomerang, is one of the slipperiest boos.
Ugh, and he had to have 300 health too.
Yeah.
I mean, just flies through just whatever Wally feels like. Jeez.
Yeah, Briancliff, that is my big issue with it too.
I will say though, I don't know if I would want someone like Charles Martinet to be doing a whole ass movie as Mario.
Might kill him.
I don't know. There's definitely other voice actors that you could go to, and I definitely don't know if I would ever have cast Chris Pratt as Mario. But I don't know if using, especially as I said, Charles Martinet would be my personal number one. Not saying it'd necessarily be bad, but
I mean, it probably would be weird to hear, the actual Mario voice speaking full sentences in entire movies worth.
yeah, exactly.
But at the same
I would
time,
say
I'd like to hear what that'd be like.
I would love if they did an entire movie where they play it like it's just a regular movie, but all of the dialogue is done in the Mario and Luigi Simlish language. Yeah, faux Italian. That would be so good. I would love that.
No subtitles. You just have to guess what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's not even like Harain doing a whole movie as Wario. Now that's what we need.
I think his voice would die.
That's why you'd get some training first. I gotta say, he very he did very well earlier today. I was extremely impressed.
Probably, yeah, that's certainly a highlight.
Yeah, I think that and the beans are the two highlights so far for me. The stupid. I think like a little while before as well, he was explaining to me how they worked. So like he had there was a setup and payoff to it as well, you know.
Oh yes, Neolanky. No, that would have to be it. They're a team.
Yeah, exactly. Red, how opposed would you be to doing a fan dub of the Donkey Kong Country cartoon?
I don't trust my own acting skills. But then again, I guess bad acting might be the point.
How much do you trust your acting skills to match the acting skills of the people from the original show?
I don't know. You know what? I just thought of a silly whole idea. So in the next room, I'm gonna get a key, but it's frozen, and when you walk into the key, you will slide off screen. Maybe have like a poll for which direction I should go.
Okay, yeah, sure, we can set up a poll for that. Which directions can you go?
Any direction, but I guess just up, down, left, and right would be the ones to pick.
Alright, that should work. There you go.
Yeah, it's not going to take me too long to clear this room, but
Alright, well, people get voting then. Democracy is a limited time commodity.
yeah. Sir Weston is the hardest portrait ghost to get a gold on. And it's all because of the ice. This guy resists a lot, and you have the ice that makes it hard to keep pulling against him. I feel like this
You
feels-
people. Oh my goodness.
If
Is it
we have three
tied?
on that,
It's a
yeah, three-way.
conspiracy. It's a
Well,
conspiracy.
the
Yeah,
chest
well,
is right here. I'll go boo hunting until you figure it out.
Well, that or you choose the one that they didn't vote for because it's the only singled out thing. We had to take this as fate.
True,
They have
true.
voted. They have voted for it by choosing around it.
Right, well, whenever you guys feel like enough is enough, let me know.
Okay. I think I'll give it it's currently been going for about 1 minute and 15. So how about we let it go for 3 minutes and then we'll end it.
Say how much longer do you think it would take to finish the game?
I mean, I'm very close to the end.
Okay. Say because
Also, Titanfall 2 is not going to take the full
16
3 hours,
minutes.
so if we want to
can run a little over. Okay.
yeah, we can run a little bit over.
I've definitely been playing this slower than the practice run.
You need to vote for
Okay.
down. Just start using a random number generator just from now on. Like obviously we won't do that, but like it's like if it's tied, it's so what can you do?
I mean, any of you guys could vote as well.
Good.
I'm an impartial adjudicator because I'm running the stream. I'm not the stream, the poll. You're running the stream. I will be running the stream. You just wait.
I'll be happy to hand it off to you.
Yeah. It seems we got 3 people interested in voting. All right, so let's see.
Ugh.
I kind of want to make Friday type stuff, so.
What?
Wow.
Oh, okay, we hit 3 minutes, so close poll. So it's a dead even poll
I
all the
can't
way. So
go in every direction.
so random number between 1 and 4. The number was 2, which means you're going down.
All right. Okay. Line it up.
I would like to thank our 3 members of the community and
Copy,
1
Luigi.
member of the co-hosts. Yeah. I think that was a pretty good choice from the random number generator. I'm happy with that.
Get to see the top of Luigi's hat real close.
Democracy has failed us.
We have to let the machine decide.
Okay. Just need to get the boo in this room and then go up to the final portrait ghost before the final boss.
Mhm.
To the Mario, convert to the Mario Party. Yep, the
Frankly,
Bowser Revolution.
your words are so wise.
All right, boo. Cooperate. We want to go to bed. Nah. We want to go to bed.
You want to go to bed. I can't go to bed till 8.
I know.
You agreed to this.
Well,
Yep.
you see, I didn't actually realize I was staying up all night.
Should have read the fine print.
I've got glasses. You think that's easy?
Well, if you're wearing glasses, then it should be.
Yeah, those who
Oh.
need better glasses.
In general, I feel this game handles backtracking pretty well, but it can get a little tedious right at the end because Area 4 consists of both the attic and the basement.
Yeah, so you got a little walking to do.
Now, getting down is a lot simpler because you can just scan a mirror and it teleports you to 4. But, going up, you have to go up all these stairs.
Shit. So it couldn't have been a hidden elevator anywhere.
It's not too
Just-
bad. It's like, it takes like a minute or so to get up, so it's only a
You
mild
could have put like
inconvenience.
one of those what are they called? Are they like serving elevators or whatever like that, and just have it
Actually,
that you could like open it
something me and
and just go straight up and
Ryan
down.
have discussed. So you see, like the stairs in the center right here, and how there's a door up and a door left, but no door to the right. If there was a door to the right there, that would solve a lot of the issue. It would alleviate a lot of it.
Yeah, just cut through that room there.
Yeah, like I don't know, have a secret key there, like they had the secret one in the treadmill.
Yeah, you could just like throw some furniture in there, so it's just a hallway through.
I really like the tweet that I just drafted for announcing the Titanfall 2 thing. I'll send it out when the event starts. Which, if you want to see this exciting tweet when it releases, you can follow at New Day Charity on Twitter to get updates on the events that are going on and when we're starting them. And you can also check out our stream schedule for what the rest of the stream going through going through Friday afternoon will look like. Which we hope that you come back and revisit us at some point if you need to sleep, which unfortunately we all seem to.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
completely
New Day
understandable.
New Day Charity. What is this New Day Charity of which you speak of, Friday?
Oh, well, you see, New Day Charity is a live stream event that's being hosted on July 12th through 15th of 2022, in which a series of niche internet micro celebrities and their friends are raising money for a charity called Direct Relief. And Direct Relief is a charity organization that helps people in situations that are unstable or fraught, such as the situation that's currently going on in Ukraine, which they've been helping out with supplying humanitarian aid and other things.
They do support
And
other crises.
they do
in
support other
crises.
crises. They've worked
Yeah.
on other things before. If you're interested in Direct Relief, you can look them up. They've got a pretty big public presence. And all of the money that we are raising, all the money that comes in, is going directly towards them. So your money is going to a good place. And we're just in here for the spirit of it. Also to have some fun and enjoy some games. And once again, that's one of the big parts of this, is just to have fun with other people and enjoy some games, and then hopefully we can make some money on the side for a good cause. So if you don't want to donate, that's fine. You can just stick around, watch the show, chat if you want. If you do want to donate, that's even better. We have donation goals that we are going through. We have some game specific ones lined up for later in the event. Right now, we don't have any game specific things, but we do have a next stretch goal, which is if we get $50 more, I will try to do some American accents, which are a little bit tough for me because despite living in North America my whole life, my family is immigrants, so have that little bit of a
You have an accent, yeah.
exactly. I have a non-standard accent, so yeah, I'll give it a little shot. So yeah, that's currently what we are doing. Red is just finishing up his run of Luigi's Mansion, and right after that, I will be doing a run through of Titanfall 2's campaign, which I think is very, very good, and it's personally probably my favorite FPS campaign of all time. So I hope you guys want to stick around for at least part of that if you can, and if you need to sleep, which I probably should be doing, but I won't because I'm doing this. If you need to sleep, that's all right. I hope to see you at some point during the rest of the marathon.
Like what
Nail
Neo
it.
Lanky just said.
He said, "Whoa, Fred is technically a micro internet celebrity now. I should have had him. Sorry, should have had him sign my DK64 cartridge."
Yeah.
Well, if we ever meet up, maybe.
Yeah, it's not too late.
You could always send it to me. I know him in person.
Yeah, I think he could just send it straight. Yeah, if they ever meet up, we'll save it. It'll be special, right? It'll be a special thing. If they ever meet up, you can sign the cartridge, and that'll be just so good. Don't worry, Friday's just dying.
Drink went down the wrong hole.
You might want to mute.
Oh, I love when that happens.
Oh
You're not
god.
supposed to inhale
Right.
it, man.
Oh, but that's how you get straight in your lungs, straight in your veins.
Yeah, you need to inhale
Oh.
vapors of energy drink. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it works.
Okay, I gotta get myself some more water. I'll be back in a moment.
Light.
Fuck.
Don't die.
We need you
Fun
for the
fact.
next event.
I'm not
Let's get
staying
this-
up to
I'm-
fill your spot. You have to live.
Well, this is the last boot. And this guy is also really slippery. However, he will never go into any other room besides this one in the hallway. So, it's pretty simple. I can imagine that guy would be a pain if he was in any other room.
Yeah.
That one was forced. I'm not still hacking up a storm.
Yeah, definitely not.
Alright, for getting that last boo, we got a gold diamond.
Hang on a minute. Oh, there's two
Yellow
of them.
Yellow diamonds
Yep.
are a real thing.
You get the other one from that plant that you water in the backyard.
Wait, hang on a minute. You get a yellow diamond for watering, quote unquote, a plant? That sounds
Yes.
interesting.
Alright,
It
well,
is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, is there like some criteria that has to be met for that second one, or is it just catch the boo?
just catch all the boos.
Okay.
All 50.
Right.
I should actually probably get my Streamlabs open and set up the stuff for it.
Yeah, it's not gonna take too long for me to beat the final boss.
Yeah, but it's going to take a little while for me to get all my stuff set up, so.
Yeah, maybe we'll get started.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, running a little overtime with this one, but so probably just end up skipping like the credits.
Okay, there we go. And then we need to go to frame. Corner info. Top donation. Top donor. We go to the stream labels, and it's all-time shop charity donator. And then top donation. And there we go. Cool. And then I will go into my Titanfall 2 thing. That is all in the right spot. I need to go to donations. Donation goal. Let me just full screen this so it can look right. And let's just quickly. Relock here. Okay. Yes, I need to get the stream clock going. Okay, stream clock is working. And then let's open up Titanfall 2 just so that's ready.
Always wondered why there's Bowser here when you should know Bowser always loses to the Mario Brothers. True. Got a point. Although I still like the theory that King Boo is Bowser, but it's just a theory.
A
Game
theory. Sorry.
Low hanging
I'm not
fruit.
sorry.
Oh. I get hit by the ice immediately. There goes the A rank. Or gold rank. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Right, perfect. So that should be good. Okay.
No, I'm not resetting. We live with our mistakes. Oh, wow.
Okay, that should be okay there. Good stuff. Right. So that's all set up there. Lock that in place. Back to the intermission screen. And cool. There we go. Okay. I am ready for whenever we swap over.
Excuse me? Why is it not? Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. Alright. About to end it. Alright. King Boo caught. Also a funny thing.
Nice.
The crown that you collect from King Boo is only worth a single coin.
it
That's pretty good.
was a fake gemstone.
There's also a another red diamond that you can find that's also worth only a single coin. I think we'll watch the ending, see all the money I made, and then cut it.
Okay, perfect.
So I mean, I know that I've gotten an A rank. Cause like,
Oh, do you now?
yes, but we'll see the total money because you need over 100,000 or 100 million, bucks to qualify.
Oh
for the
yeah, yeah, right, for sure. But anyways, I
love
think
how
I'm gonna
happy
head.
he
I think
is.
I'm gonna head out.
All right.
Get some rest
Alrighty,
for
Colin.
tomorrow.
Well, it's
Well,
been
thanks for
lovely having
sticking
you
with us,
around.
Colin.
Yeah, it's later than I planned on being up, but what the heck? I'll just have a nap or something before events start.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll be okay to continue tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I should be fine. Won't be needed till what 11:30.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in seeing if I'm going to be able to sleep, how well I'm going to be able to sleep, and how much this is going to compound by Friday.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, your name is Friday, so.
Oh my goodness, those cheeky people.
Yeah. If it,
Not exactly my best performance overall, but I'm pretty happy with that Blue Losses fight.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Yeah.
Hey, I got a silver on Sir Weston. Usually I get a bronze.
Does it show you in the frame what rank you get?
Yeah, the frame of the painting is either bronze, silver, or gold.
That's cool.
And the paintings themselves also change depending on the rank.
Huh, that's interesting.
Okay, let's see. Yep, I got 119,000 or million G, which means
119,710,000 G.
yeah, which means that I got the A rank because you need 100 million to get that. All right, let's see Mario go backwards through the ghost fortificationizer.
Wait, how did they ghost portrificationize him if he's not a ghost?
Well, it's going in reverse. This thing turns ghosts into paintings, but when you put it in reverse, they turn them back
Paintings
to normal.
and the people?
Yeah.
It's wacky.
The scene is funnier with the sound effects. I'm sorry that there's no sound. And I know this is I know this is a Dolphin issue, and I'm not playing any other games on Dolphin, so that shouldn't be a problem with me at any other point. So, and sound should hopefully be back for when Friday starts streaming.
Well, Titanfall 2 is giving me desktop audio right now, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, so things will be fine when I hand it off to him. I'm sorry that it had the issues with me.
Yeah. But thank you for everyone for sticking around through this. Thanks for anyone
Damon,
if they're
I
still
agree
around
with
from
you
the raid earlier.
wholeheartedly.
All right. That's it. I'm gonna pass it off to Friday. Good luck with Titanfall 2.
Thank you very much.
Gonna go to bed.
Oh wait, actually, before you do, can I just quickly? I want to change my properties real quick for the devices, for the audio, and I just want to double check them.
Okay. Well, I think I should go to intermission first.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Yes. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. We'll be back in a minute.
Yep.